65, it opened in 1969, and it has been here for many years. They've had some good basketball teams, including this one this year, head coached by Craig Fletchall, who is a Hutchinson native. Darren Dunn joins me tonight on the broadcast. I'm Glenn Grunwald, so glad to bring the message back to you, back to the Reno County area. This is a key ball game as the two teams that are left for the Blue Dragons to play, Darren, are right in front of them. That would be the Barton Cougars, as well as also Seward behind us. So we kind of got them sandwiched in between. The girls did their job tonight with a nice win, a convincing win over the Cougars, and they'll wait for Seward on Saturday. But here, Hutchinson needs to try to avenge that overtime loss where they had a 5-point lead with a minute and 5 seconds to go. And Barton hit 2 trays that sent it in overtime, and then they owned overtime, coming away with a 102-95 victory just a few weeks ago on the 29th of January.
Owned that OT 12-5, and everything really had to go right for Barton, as you mentioned, for the Blue Dragons with that lead. It was even 86-81 with a minute left. Barton gets an offensive rebound. Votes knocks down a 3. Blue Dragons did everything that they should have done, went to the free throw line, knocked down all the necessary free throws, but then all of a sudden Barton would come down and knock down a tray. Had that controversial assist that came off of a travel with 4.6 seconds left. Atkinson King knocks down a 3. You go down the court. Clarence King knocks down a couple of free throws. You come back down at the buzzer in between 2 defenders, nonetheless, spinning through Bulls, hits a three-pointer to send it into overtime as the buzzer rings. So it wasn't just one guy knocking down. It was this team, 3 different guys knocking down a 3 on 3 straight possessions for Barton to force that game into overtime. I mean, the Blue Dragons almost looked like they were going to seal the deal when they got an offensive rebound of their own with 12.3 seconds left. But, again, everything just kind of went Barton's way that last minute for the Cougars to come out on top that night.
Hutchinson really has struggled in the last month and a half. They were so glad to see February get here, played a little bit better, got a little bit of a winning streak put together with 3 games, the win over Garden City, at home, the win over Pratt at home, and then the win at Dodge City. But hit a buzzsaw against Colby, just dug themselves way too deep a hole, lost to Colby 75-63. At the same time that they were losing to Colby, Barton was losing to Seward down in Liberal. And meanwhile, while that happened, then it gave Colby the outright championship. So Colby gets one of those buys that we talked about, and Cali with the other buy. So this time the East has seed number 1 and get a buy. The West has seed number 2. Everybody else is playing for those other seeds to have home court advantage. By the way I look at it, I have us right now in the number 7 spot, which would mean we'd have a home court advantage against number 10. But a lot can change as Indy is nipping at our heels, and you got Seward a couple games behind with 2 to go. Pratt's right in front of us by a game, so they're passable, so a lot can happen. But right now, Hutchinson looks like it's going to have a home game, but that depends on what happens the next 2 nights. One tonight on tonight. So I kind of feel like they got to win 1 of the 2. Is that the discussion you and I kind of agree on?
Yeah, it really looks that way. Obviously, you'd really like to get them both, but you definitely at least got to get yourself 1. And why not do it tonight against the team you know that you can beat? I mean, again, a lot of these games, aside from that Colby game, that last game where Colby was really kind of in control from beginning to end, all these games have been winnable games for the Blue Dragons, games that the Dragons have been ahead for 38, 39 minutes of play, and then suddenly that last minute, things go completely awry. I mean, you think about that first game against Colby, the Dragons in a similar situation with a 4-point lead with about a minute left and end up losing that game in regulation by 4, and a lot of that was sparked by a foul that came 90 feet away from the basket. So the Blue Dragons just have to figure out how to play a complete game and finish a team out with those 4- and 5-point leads with a minute left.
Yeah, that's a good point. As Coach said on Dragon Talk the other night, 10 games he's looked at that we've lost with came within the last 30 seconds, and somewhere or another they got to get that behind them. I think part of it is digging that hole because they tend to dig a hole. We saw it happen up at Colby when we were up at Colby up there, and then Colby was able to get by us as well. Northwest Kansas Tech is a very good example. We have an 18-point lead, and we blow that lead as well, and they come back and get us in overtime. So Hutchinson has had 3 overtimes this year, and Barton is one of them. 102-95 on the 29th. They also, Hutchinson lost to Pratt in double overtime, 94-91, back on the 18th. So Hutchinson has been dealing with a lot of injuries. They've been dealing with a lot of health issues with the flu. Coach was sick for quite some time. And let's see if we can get over to Hump and come in here and get a nice win. This is a place where Hutchinson leads the series 87-25. Hutch is 23-9 at home, 34-14 away, and 10-3 on neutral court situations. Again, Barton won on the 29th in overtime. And we'll just have to see what's going to happen tonight, because Barton puts a good team in on the court. I love Craig Fletchall. He's in his 15th year, 448 and 190. In his 20th year overall of coaching at Barton, he's 344 and 133 overall. But he's, check that, at Barton, he's 344 and 133, but 448 and 199. He's had stops in Neosho, Cali, high school up in Shawnee Mission, up in Kansas City, as well as also in 88, he led the Trinity Celtics to a state tournament championship when he was a coach at Trinity Catholic. So he knows how to coach. He's a heck of a character. He's so fun to talk to and listen to, and he enjoys living down here. He talks. I think he's getting a little tired of coaching, but that's what these guys do when they've been coaching that long. They always whine about, I don't know, kind of tough to recruit and do all this, but I think you'll see him close out his career here is what I think.
Yeah, he definitely strikes you as one of those guys that's a player's coach, a guy that he can get on his players when he needs to, but he can also have fun with his players when he wants to as well. And I guess the case in point there for me is you mentioned he's kind of a fun-loving guy and a character.
Oh, he is.
When Rusty would be here and even with you, I mean, he's kissing you guys on the forehead.
Yeah, I didn't get my forehead kissed tonight. I'm a little concerned. Maybe that means it'll be a good luck situation for us. I have to give him a hard time. And in a couple of years, I picked him up a Bogies. He had a Bogey shake named after him when they were in the national tournament. So I picked one up, brought it here, but you know what happened? I got hungry on the way down. I ate it. So
what can you do?
He still has that against me. Let's take a 2-minute timeout, Darren. We'll come back and get set the stage on a nice ball game. Hutchinson versus the Barton Cougars. We'll be back in 2 minutes right here on the Blue Dragon Sports Network.
Need to send someone money? Pay a babysitter? Split the bill? Use First Pay. It is the person-to-person payment option located right inside your online banking app. There is no need to download an additional application. It is simple, safe, and secure. We're first for you. Visit fnbhutch.bank to learn more, or click on your First National Bank app to get started. You can also stop into a location nearest you, and we're happy to help. First National Bank of Hutchinson, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hutch CC Sports on Radio is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members, Mega Manufacturing, Burton Chiropractic Center, Papa John's Pizza, A&A Builders, Barclay Plumbing Company, Sutton Coppin Transmission Service, Lowen Corporation, Old Office Shares, Dr. Eric Severud with Alliance Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Todd and Cindy Miller of Homestead Senior Care, Man Wyatt and Rice Injury Lawyers, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert Epp of the Hutchinson Clinic, and the Green Vision Group of Hutchinson.
When you're looking for jewelry that's one of a kind, remember Amelia Bedelia's filled with thousands of beads and stones, and with my passion for design, I can create something that's perfect for you. Amelia Bedelia's, 115 and a half South Main Street in downtown Hutchinson. Go Blue Dragons!
This is Kelly, owner of Brick House Boutique. Stay warm and look fabulous at the same time with comfy, trendy, and affordable clothing. You'll also appreciate the personal attention that you'll always get when you shop at Brick House Boutique. Big City Chic in a downtown boutique at 117 South Main in Hutchinson.
The Hutch Medicine Shop and the Hutch Blue Dragons have a lot in common. In addition to our logos both being blue, all three pharmacists at the Medicine Shop graduated from HCC. Rick Stone in 1984, Brent Bellman in 2001, and Lacey Stone in 2007. In fact, the Medicine Shop has employed over a dozen HCC students over the past 15 years who are now Kansas pharmacists. The Medicine Shop and the Blue Dragons working together as one team.
Welcome back to the House on the Hill, as I like to call it, the LT and Sheila Flesky Court out here at Barton Community College. Glenn Grumlow along with Darren Dunn, as we're about 3 minutes away from starting lineup. So do the national anthem at the 0 on the clock. So congratulations to Mike Warren, who is the longtime baseball coach here at Barton Community College way back when, and also Dr. William and Lori Slatter and Epic Turia Lasmaz. She was a basketball player here as well as They were inducted into the class of 2020 Sports Hall of Fame here at Barton. Mike Warren's son, Shane Warren, is a baseball coach with Hutchinson High School. So Mike now lives in Wichita. So a lot of baseball knowledge by that family, and we're so glad to have Shane along. So congratulations to Mike as well. They had a nice little get-together earlier. They had a banquet, and then they also inducted them into the Hall of Fame here on the floor, because a lot of people didn't go to the banquet, of course. So it's a nice little show they put on right there. And we got our own coming up on Saturday evening.
Yeah, really big Saturday evening, jam-packed full of fun for your Saturday night of basketball.
Talk about the girls' game a little bit for those that didn't tune in. Hutchinson jumped out to a big lead and kind of cruised. Nice job by Tori Alford tonight.
Yeah, Blue Dragons win at 86-67. A career-high 24 points from Tori Alford. She also hit a career-high 7 3-pointers, and she did that on 9 attempts. So think about that. Knocked down 7 triples and only missed twice from distance.
Here, the Hutchinson men, we're about set to get underway. They are circled out at midcourt in a collective circle. Well, Barton's still warming up. And when you look at the road trips that we have had this year, lost at Butler, then also lost at Cali, turned around and lost at Pratt on the road. Got a couple others that lost at Northwest Tech, got a nice 1-point victory at Seward, was able to get the win there. And also, like we said, lost at Colby. We've had some road games that just slipped away from us this year.
Blue Dragons really have struggled on the road this year, 4-5 on the road. So 5 of the 8 losses this year. Serena.
Also, I talked to Josh Baker. He is in a boot. He's going to try to play, but he stayed in a boot until they warmed up. So we'll see how he's going to be, as should be interesting to see if he's able to play. He hurt his ankle as he came off the court the other night in a loss, again, to the Colby Trojans. So let's take a quick 2-minute timeout. Should be sufficient to get the time in. They'll do the national anthem. We'll come back with Darren Dunn's starting lineups coming your way right after this 2-minute timeout from Great Bend. We'll be back.
Getting the most back from your tax return starts with getting the most expertise. H&R Block has more enrolled agents than any other tax preparation company, and we guarantee the accuracy of every return prepared by our tax professionals. We find every credit and deduction to lower your tax bill. Put our expertise to work on your return, and don't just get your taxes done, get your taxes won. In Hutchinson, Lyons, and Ellsworth.
Pools Plus has all of your swimming pool, hot tub, and outdoor furniture needs. Bright, beautiful, and functional designs by CR Plastics that are sure to hold up against the Kansas weather. Still looking for a hot tub? The 2020 shipments of American Whirlpool and Vita Spas have arrived. And as always, our pre-owned hot tubs are priced to move. Call the professionals at Pools Plus to schedule your pool opening before our calendar fills up. Shop local. Shop Pools Plus, 21 East 1st in downtown Hutchinson.
HCC Sports on Radio is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members. Mega Manufacturing, Barton Chiropractic Center, Papa John's Pizza, A&A Builders, Barclay Plumbing Company, Sutton Kaufman Transmission Service, Lowen Corporation, Old Office Shares, Dr. Eric Severud with Alliance Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Todd and Cindy Miller of Homestead Senior Care, Man Wyatt and Rice Injury Lawyers, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert Epp and the Hutchinson Clinic, and the Green Vision Group of Hutchinson.
This is Carter Fowle, president of Hutchinson Community College. I invite you to join us this winter as the proud tradition of Blue Dragon men's and women's basketball continues at the historic Hutchinson Sports Arena. Both teams are favorites in the tough Jayhawk Conference, so you won't want to miss any of the action. Find the schedule at BlueDragonSports.com, like us on Facebook, and follow Blue Dragon Sports on Twitter. As always, go Blue Dragons.
National anthem here by group of students from Barton Community College as we get set for your starting lineups. Here with our starting lineups, here's Darren Dunn.
For the Barton Cougars, 21-7 on the season at guard, wearing 0. A 6'4" freshman from Chicago, Illinois, Justin Harmon, averaging 12 points per contest. 6'7" freshman from Ann Arbor, Michigan, at forward number 1, Deshaun Munson, only had 2 points the last time these two teams met up in the sports arena. Then there's the 6' sophomore out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, number 11, Diovante Caldwell, averaging 9.2 points per game. Martin Votes, the 6'1" sophomore from St. George, Kansas, wearing number 12, had 14 points the last time these two teams played. And in the 6'6" sophomore out of Detroit, Michigan, at forward number 24, Maverick Gildyard. He had 13 points, 6 rebounds against the Blue Dragons, but fouled out of that contest. For Hutchinson Community College, the 6'6" sophomore from the Bronx, New York, number 1, Saquon Singleton, had a nice game against the Cougars with 12 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. And just when he thought he was done, he added 4 steals. B.J. Mitchell, the 6'4" sophomore out of Washington, D.C., wearing number 2. The 6'1" sophomore out of Wichita, Kansas, number 10, Tyler Brown, looking for a bounce-back game after scoring only 4 points in that last game against Colby, where he shot 0 for 5 from beyond the arc. Josh Baker only shot twice against Colby, missed both times, the 6'4" freshman out of Tempe, Arizona. And then you look for him to go out and win the tip for you and give you a couple of good minutes early. The 7' sophomore out of Nairobi, Kenya, number 33, Fred Othiambo.
Starting lineups being introduced to the crowd. A full house, a pretty full house right now for the Barton Cougars. And Coach always talks about how when you have Hutchinson game, it gets really rabid wherever you will go. And the student section here is no different. They're on the far side, and they just tore up the papers that were on their seats and let them fly. And that's reminiscent of what the sports arena used to be like way back when, as we used to had the papers, and they would drop them down and say, who cares, when they introduce the opposing team, and then they would wad them up, but they wouldn't shred them like they do here. They wad them up and throw them on the court, and then it was up to the custodial servers to get them all wiped down. That's what's happening down over here. These students are right on top of the court as you go over on that far side. This is one of the toughest places to play basketball. I say that every time we come here, but I truly believe it. This is one of the toughest places to play basketball in the league.
Well, and you think about where the student section is, I mean, it's right there on the offensive end for the road team. So the Blue Dragons, to start off this game, are going to be going
today for that one. And it is a whole bunch of kids that are set to cheer on their Cougars. And Hutchinson's going to have to overcome that 6-man that they have as a student section.
Yeah, Blue Dragons are going to need as much as they can get from Josh Baker. Mentioned he only shot a couple of times against Colby. You need Tyler Brown to get back on track. And can Clarence King stay hot? Clarence King has scored 12-plus points his last 4 games.
Yeah, my man's been playing good.
He's averaging almost 15 points a game and 5 rebounds. Plus, in the last 4, he's put up 9 steals.
Cougars with gray uniforms and blue numerals, and blue trim. The Blue Dragons in their road blues with white numerals. Here we go. Opening tips goes out of bounds to the Cougar bench. It will be Hutchinson basketball, and Hutch will inbound right in front of the Cougar bench. DJ Mitchell gets set to toss it in. They're still working on cleaning up stuff over on that far side as they got stuff all over the place, and still one of the brooms is working to try to get through and clean up that section so as people walk and get up that the confetti does not come back on to the field. So they're still working on that. As the PA announcer, who is your idol, is announcing to the fans.
I don't know.
Listened to him, Darren, and I swear I hear you at the arena. Okay?
He's trying to imitate me. Yeah, because he asked me to grade him last time. He was going to try to hit all my intonations. I didn't get any words out before he told me he thought I was like a C-.
Oh, okay. Well, he does a good job. He's a young one here and does a good job. With the basketball, Baker now. After Hudson first possession, here's DJ Mitchell. Mitchell, Saquon Singleton. Saquon Singleton drives in to kick it out to Baker, out top of the key. Back to Saquon Singleton, a little blocks, basket up and good by Saquon Singleton.
Great call by the officials here early. Going to get the flop warning.
The flop warning, you're right.
Barton.
So Barton with the flop warning as they go down. Singleton was all by himself on that low blocks, put it up and in. So they get the first one a warning. After that, it gets a little bit more serious. And we really haven't seen that one enforced too much. I think we may have seen it, 4 times the whole season?
We've seen the warnings, not seen anybody get popped.
Nobody get popped. So there's a drive and a reach-in foul is going to be called to get it on Baker as he will pick up his first personal. At the line, they'll kick it outside. It was not a shooting situation. Here's Barton's first possession. Gilliard, ball shot down low and knocked away. It'll be retained by, they're going to overrule it. I was going to say retained by the Cougars, but they come over to the baseline and said, nope, that one was off of Barton. So Hutch will have the basketball with a 2-point lead at 2-0 after Singleton put the basketball in earlier as they got in the low blocks. Here's Baker, top of the key. Gives it off to Singleton. Singleton on the dribble between circles. Goes over to DJ Mitchell. Mitchell with the headband as usual. Dribble penetrates into the lane, finds a seam, puts it up and misses. Final for the rebound. Mitchell gets it, kicks it out to Baker. The 3 ball, rimming off, no good. And coming up with the loose basketball is going to be Barton. And stolen away by Singleton as he just ripped it away. Took it away from Gilliard. Down low underneath. There's a layup by Tyler Brown. Is good. So Tyler Brown, taking advantage of the situation, was able to put it up and in. It's 4-0. Hutch with the early lead. Good job hustling defensively for the Blue Dragons. Here's Harmon. Top side right. They're working out of Munson. Munson gives it off quickly to Votes. Votes from St. George, Kansas. Goes to the hoop inside. Shot not there. Over the back call. See who they catch over the back. Works against Hutchinson. It was going to be Big Fred. Fred Othiambo picks up his personal. That'll be the second team foul. In the act of shooting, we'll put Munson at the line. 18:27 to go. First half of play just underway. Free throws up and missing by Munson. He will shoot another one as he was in active shooting. Hutch up 4-0 early on. Seen some crazy games between these two here at the Hill. Shot up and good by Munson, and they're on the board. 4-1 now. Hutchinson's lead is at 3. Baker, pressure on him by Boats. He'll give it off to DJ Mitchell. Mitchell has it taken away, and a foul called right in between, and they're going to get the foul to go on Tyler Brown. Probably a pretty good foul, don't you think, Darren? Because it was going to be off to the races for the possible layup.
Yeah, I think you're right. Right away, you get that turnover instead of allowing it to be fast break points. Make the Cougars set up offensively.
Good quick hands by Boat to get in between the two Dragons. Here's Boat with the basketball out front. Bounce pass comes down low on the blocks. Gilliard puts it up, not there. Othiambo had the rebound, popped away from him, and Saquon Singleton runs it down. Saquon with the hip pointer, but he's playing good so far. The three-pointer by DJ does not go, and it knocks out of bounds, and Barton watches it go out of bounds. It'll be off and to the Cougars in that situation. They'll bring it up. On the dribble, that's Caldwell. Devontae Caldwell on Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The drive to the basket, shot missing. The rebound's going to be cleared out by Hutchinson off the Caldwell miss. DJ Mitchell into the forecourt. Left side, Baker from the corner left. Misses it. Rebound's going to be cleared away right in front of the student section. It would have quieted it if he would have knocked it down, but he didn't. Still 4-1. Barton basketball right now. They trail up at 3. Shot up missing. Ball pops away. Mitchell comes up with it. Mitchell with kind of magnetic hands so far, getting rebounds and loose basketballs. Hutch will set it up. Saquon Singleton. Ball knocked away. They're going to remain with the Blue Dragons, and now Baker's going to inbound. Baker gets it in. Saquon Singleton with the basketball. Reverses now down the middle of the paint. Puts up a looping shot. It's not there. Rebound's going to be cleared away, and Munson comes up for the Cougars. There's a drive underneath the wraparound. Doesn't go. Rebound cleared, though, by Barton to keep it alive. They'll whip it down low, wide open underneath. Shot won't go, but a rebound there, and shot won't go again by Munson, but a foul's called. Be a 2-shot foul coming from Munson as he'll step to the line. And DJ Mitchell picks up the personal. So at least Hutchinson is spreading those out. It's 14 fouls, however, on the Blue Dragons.
Dragons definitely hustling. You see a lot of that on the Dragons' offensive end, but Barton has really matched that intensity as well on the Cougars' offensive end of the floor.
Munson misses the first. He'll shoot the second. 16:45 to go in his first half of play. He gets that one. So he is 2 out of 4, and that's the 2 points that Barton has. It's 4-2. Blue Dragons with the lead. Right side of the basketball out front goes to Saquon Singleton. Barton yet to get a field goal. Here's Baker on the outside. The entry pass comes in, and Saquon Singleton can't go to it. Here comes the Cougars trying to tie it up with the basket here. They can't get it. Loose basketball underneath. Trying to get it again. Ball knocked away. It will be Hutch basketball as it goes off to Munson out of bounds. Munson has had numerous opportunities and been out able to get them. And Bowles will come into the ball game now. Keandre Bowles out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania checks in. He brings with him 12.9 points per ball game. And here's Clarence King. You talked about Clarence getting an early look with 16:19 to go in his first half of play. And he's earned his way up there. Had 17-point effort the other night, his career high. And before that, 16 and 14 on 3 or 4 given nights.
Averaging about 15 and 5 over the last 4 games. You mentioned Bowles comes in, had 31 points against the Blue Dragons in the arena.
Ball on the outside. Oh, here's DJ Mitchell and a foul called. They bounced outside. The foul is going to be called against number 11 for the Cougars. That'll be Caldwell. He'll pick up his first team foul, excuse me. Ball comes in to Saquon Singleton. I'll hand it off to DJ Mitchell. Mitchell over to right to King, lobs it down low to Queth, and he can't get to it. As Jayhawk West came in on that last dead ball. Can't handle it, and here come the Cougars. Still down by 2, 15:49 to go in his first half of play. Hutchinson leads 4-2. Right side, Cougars working around the outer perimeters. Bowles. Bounce pass comes back out from the foul stripe, and they tie it up as the basket's good by Kildyard. First basket for the Cougars. They have 2 free throws and a basket to tie it at 4 with 15:29 remaining to go in the first half of play. Here's King on the right side, right elbow. Pulls the ball, puts it on the dribble now, takes it top of the key, hands it off to DJ Mitchell. Surveys the defense, thinks about popping it, doesn't. Give and go back to Mitchell, and the paint goes up. Nice job with the shot, but it won't go. Goes around the world, the cylinder, and comes back out. And Barton's there to get the rebound. Vogt will wave everybody off. Top of the key, top side on the outer perimeter. They'll work it to the right wing this time. There's a drive down that right side, taken away by Hutchinson's Brown as he takes it away from Bowles. DJ Mitchell down the low blocks. Queth has the basketball, backs in on the defense, head fakes, goes up and scores it. Nice shot by Queth. Kind of made that on his own as he got that drop step down and spun around. Queth up and in with his first points.
Looks more like the Queth we saw start out January, so hot.
Some of his room. There's an offensive foul. They'll wave off the basket. Some of his moves. Saquon Singleton stays solid. They'll wave it off. The foul's going to be charged against the Vogt. He'll pick up his second team foul. Ursery checks into the lineup. He checked in late the other day in a game against the Colby Trojans. Saquon Singleton trying to get it to Josh. Holds up. Saquon's used his dribble. Gets it to Queth. Back to Saquon Singleton. Ball screened by Saquon Singleton. From the free throw line. Shot way off his mark by Saquon. And boy, they're going to let him hear it. There's the air ball. Yells come out. Josh Baker back in for Brown now. 14:03 to go in the first half of play. 6-4, Hutch with the lead. Early minutes of action. Here's Bowles on the outside for the Cougars. Barton works it. Bowles got it back and then gives it up. Jumper up and good. Nice shot by Gildyard. Gildyard averages 10.3 points a game. He can shoot that outside shot, and he's tied it at 6 now. 3:40 to go in his first half of play. Right down Singleton, basket good. Saquon Singleton with his second basket. Hutchinson leads at 8-6. Here comes Barton, kind of feeling each other out. Wide open underneath, shot up and good. Atkinson entering was wide open to low blocks. He's out of clay center, Darren, and he put it up and in. We're tied at 8.
He just rolled off of that screen and no one went with him. He was left wide open under the basket.
And Hutchinson just about turned it over, but the last to touch it was a Cougar on that far side corner. Glad to have you along on the live stream tonight. I understand it's crystal clear. We're able to hardwire here at Barton. Not everywhere do we have that luxury. 8-8 tie here. King with the basketball to the free throw line. Bangs down low, goes up and scores it. Nice job by Clarence King.
Well, over these last 4 games, he's just a completely new player.
Shot from the outside. The three's up and good. And knocking down the 3 was Votes. And that gives the Cougars their first lead at the 12:46 mark. 11-10. His first basket, and it was a big one. 11-10 now. Cougars with the lead. Here's Queth. Holds up. Backs in on the defender. Gives it off quickly to Ursery. He'll spin in the lane. Puts it up. Can't get it done. Tip up and good.
Singleton able to get a hand on it and force it back up through the hoop.
Saquon has a unique knack of being able to do that. Here's a loose ball, but picked up quickly by Holden, who's in the ball game. Jaheim Holden. There to give it to Gilliard. He'll shoot it up again. He's had a hot hand, but not that time. Ursery comes up with the rebound. And now with 12:06 to go in his first half. Hutchinson with a 12-11 lead and a reach-in foul from outside on Votes. That'll be his second. And Darren, he hit it straight for the bench. He knew he was going to be substituted for. And in the lineup comes 3 new Cougars. Caldwell checks in, also Harmon in, and Munson checks in. Hutchinson, Saquon Singleton comes out and back into the ball game. For Hutch will be Baker.
Yeah, Votes to the bench is big. Just knocked down a 3, and he had 4 3-pointers against the Dragons in the arena.
Mitchell also in there. Queth works on the low blocks, gets close, puts up the soft hook, puts up the tip. Good. He missed the basket, but he got the tip to go in. He has 4. And that's the biggest lead Hutch has had other than 4-0. It's 14-11 right now. A 3-point lead. A shot put up and missing. Queth with the rebound. Gives it off to DJ Mitchell. Mitchell will bring it across the timeline. He has backcourt to Baker on the right side. His backcourt tandem. Up it goes to the top side. The drive. King can't finish. And what we have called?
Offensive foul. The defender, Caldwell, just did a great job of staying in front of Clarence King. Didn't bite on the fake and took that charge.
14-11 now. Hutchinson with the lead by 3, and it will be Cougar basketball. Barton will bring the ball up. Across the timeline comes Holden. Bounce pass to the left side. It goes over to Caldwell. He'll dribble drive. Gives it up and back into the hands now of Munson. Long 3 from the corner left. Offense mark no good on a missed shot by Caldwell. And Hutch, DJ Mitchell comes up with it. Mitchell drives to the basket, puts it up and scores it. And the N1 counted. He's fouled. And DJ Mitchell with a heck of a drive. And you can add the N1 to it. He'll go to the foul line. And now a 5-point Dragon lead at 16-11.
You're seeing an extra level of effort from DJ Mitchell tonight than I think we've seen the past handful of games.
Yeah, that one was taken with authority to the rim. Free throw toss is up and good. DJ makes him pay. He has 3 points. The Dragons have 17. It's a 6-point lead for Hutch right now, the largest lead of the night. As we go in under 11, we owe you a media timeout after we get under 10. Ball left side. They'll dribble drive, hold up, kick it on the right side. Ball on the outer perimeter. Trying to make something happen is Holden. He loses the basketball out of bounds. It goes off of the shoe of Holden, they say. Ursery sure did hustle over to try to get to it, and Craig Fletchaw's going like, oh, come on, where did that come from?
Yeah, that's a big break. Ursery actually kicked that ball out of bounds, and unless once it was off his foot, it came off the Cougar player, I think it was forced out by Ursery.
You and I are the far opposite side of that, but the young lady in the front row down over there should have had a pretty good look at it. Ball on the out, but they don't ask them, do they? Ball on the outer perimeter. Here's a Ursery 3. It's on its way up, bouncing off, no good. The rebound cleared to Munson. The Cougars, 1 and done for Hutchinson in that possession. Down low, Caldwell brings it out on the dribble. Baker out to harass on him. tried to hand check him, and Caldwell knocked his hand away, gives it to the corner. They'll drive in with a floater. It's not there. Tip try not there. DJ Mitchell rips it away and comes up with a loose basketball and puts it on the floor. DJ playing with some authority tonight. Hutchinson leading 17-11 with 9:50 to go. We owe you a immediate timeout next to that ball whistle. Here's Clarence King. Jab steps, pulls back. Top right. Now they work it over to Baker. Baker dribbles on the baseline, wraps it underneath, puts it up and scores. A nice job by Baker. Ankle didn't look like he bothered him there. His first basket, and it's 19-11. And Hutchinson, after trailed 11-10, went on a nice little 9-0 run. 9:22 to go in this first half of play. Ball outside, near steal. Keeping alive was Atkinson. The shot up and in, a three-pointer by Bowles, so he answered that drought in a nice way. Keandra Bowles with the basket makes it 19-14. The lead cut to 5. Hutchinson basketball in lead. Just under 9 to go in this first half of play. Ursary stepped out of bounds, and that'll be the media timeout. Comes at 8:53 to go in this first half of play. It's the Blue Dragons 19, the Cougars of Barton 14. We'll be back right after this 1-minute timeout.
No time to fix breakfast? Just call us at Anchor Away 662-3100 and we'll have it ready for you. Choose from our selection of breakfast burritos, biscuits, or one of our 5 different complete breakfast plates. Breakfast from 7 to 10:30, Monday through Saturday. If you missed us for breakfast, we're here for lunch and dinner too. Pick up your favorite Mexican dinner or take some home for the family. We're open till 9. That's Anchor Away, drive-through, carry-out, and catering under the water tower at B&. Adams in Hutchinson, 662-3100.
Like a good deal? Need a new phone? Listen up. Trade in your old device at Nextech Wireless and get half off any smartphone. Then take your shiny new phone shopping with your $100 Visa gift card. That's any smartphone, plus cash to spend. Oh yeah, need more lines? No problem. Get a new smartphone at half price for everyone in the family, plus up to $300 in Visa gift cards. Visit Nextech Wireless today. Your new phone and cash are waiting. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
Well, Hutchinson shooting 47.4% on 9 out of 19. All of them most in the paint except for one. 18-2, the difference in the paint. Darren, what else jumps out at you?
Well, these are the number 1 and number 3 shooting teams in the conference. Hutchinson 1, Barton number 3. Barton right now down 23%, shooting only 26.3 right now.
Yep, but they're 2 for 4 from outside the arc to keep them in this game right now. It's a 5-point difference. There's a steal. DJ Mitchell with a sprint out. He'll go up and score it. DJ Mitchell now with 5 points to his credit to lead the charge for the Blue Dragons. 21-14. Hutchinson with the lead.
He really is playing with a different fire than we've seen probably the last 5 games at least.
Ball on the outside left. To drop it down low, and it's turned over. It'll go off of the hands of the Barton Cougars. That ball will go over to Hutchinson. Hutch with the possession. Will bring the basketball up. Hutchinson has lost 2 of the last 3 meetings between these two teams. Ball's knocked away. Or did they get the foul call? They got the foul call.
Harmon will pick up his first. DJ Mitchell once again forcing the issue and getting to the rack.
DJ Mitchell at the free throw line now. Hutch is strung 7 straight wins together before 2018 on January 30th. Lost here 102-87. I kind of remember that. Actually, it was 102-87. I remember that one. DJ Mitchell makes the free throw, so he has a total of 6 points now, make it 7. And you're right, he has a different focus tonight. 23-14, Hutchinson. Hutch got the win at home last year by the score of 82-65. Here's a drive-in, jumper up and on his way, no good. Ursary with the rebound as it came directly to him. And he'll bring it up, just about loses it, and actually did lose it. Ball kicked away over by Baker to Mitchell. Now they keep it alive. Here's an Ursary 3, and he bangs it. Ursary gets the 3 from outside, his first of the night. And it's 26-14 right now. Hudson with a 12-point lead, their largest lead of the night. Ball nearly stolen again by DJ Mitchell. Took a chance, but shot on the other end by Vogt is good. Vogt with his second tray. Now, normally, let's say DJ don't take that chance, but he took it before, got a breakaway, and really didn't affect that shot over there. Here's a wild toss, and Ursery saves it in, but here's a steal, layup good by Caldwell, and just like that, it's a 5-0 run now by the Cougars.
Yeah, one of those basketballs that Ursery would have been better off.
Stolen again. Ursery turns it over. The drive to the basket, up and good. Caldwell with another basket. PA guys going nuts. Ball on the outside right. Feed down low underneath to DJ Mitchell. Kicks it outside. He got the travel call. Baker hit the three, which is unfortunate, but a travel call against DJ. We'll see how he's going to react to the crowd pressure. Hutchinson leading it by 5 at 26-21 with 6:47 to go.
3 straight turnovers for the Blue Dragons.
Ursery staying in there. Steve's keeping him in there. Matt Mayers comes in for the first time tonight. Young man's out of New York. Actually, he's out of Yonkers is what he told me the other night. It's Hastings on the Hudson. Shot up missing. Rebound taken away by Ursery. And here's DJ Mitchell. Baker. Or check that Brown deep corner right. Ursery back outside. Drops it down to Mayers. About 10 feet out. He'll back in on the defender. Gets down low. Puts it up and in. That's what Matt Mayers does. He gets that position, uses the big hind end, and gets down underneath there and just shoves them out of the way. Puts it up and in.
Had 5 points and a couple rebounds last time these two teams met.
28-21. Again, Hutchinson with the lead. Ball on the outside. Gilliard shoots and misses. Rebound taken away underneath by Bowles, and he can't get it done. And Mayers comes out with it. Gives it up quickly now. Saquon Singleton to the rack. Too hard. And a foul's called. They got this one on Vogt. If it's on Vogt, it's his third. And Craig Fletchaw is livid. Foul's going to be called against, I believe it's on Vogt. Nope, they checked that. It's going to be called on Munson. Well, I thought it was going to be on Vogt, but it's going to be on Munson. That will be his second.
And Craig Fletchaw is going to get his official warning.
They're trying to corral him a little bit. Fletch is like a bull wandering the pasture right there. Here comes the inbounds from Hutchinson. They'll lob it out to Singleton. Back to Mitchell, corner right. 5:42 to go. Hutch up by 7. Outside 3 by Brown. Got it. Tyler Brown hits his first tray of the game. He has 5, and it's 31-21. Now hushes the crowd a little bit. Tell you who's being quiet. The Hutchinson crowd's really being quiet. Ball on the outer perimeter. Here's Vogt. Outside right. Shot from outside. The three-pointer doesn't go, but a foul's called on Ursery for blocking out, and there'll be 3 shots coming away of the Barton player. Ursery gets his first. So Bowles will go to the line now to shoot 3 free throws.
Just when the Dragons start to build a little bit of momentum, they get 3 straight turnovers, and then you get a silly foul on a three-point shooter.
Yeah, free throws up and good. That's that lead to 9, 31-22. 2 more to shoot for Bowles. Takes his time. Here comes the toss. It is up and good. Nothing but net. And he'll shoot his third one. Substitutions into the ball game. Jared Kohler will check in. Kohler's out of El Dorado, Kansas. Vogt will take a seat, and so will Caldwell. Also checking in is Atkinson. Free throws up and good. He hit all 3. So 6 points for Bowles now. Cuts that lead down to 31-24. A 7-point lead for Hutch. A foul called. It's going to be on the Barton Cougars, and quickly. Was it Kohler that picked it up?
Yeah, Kohler, and he gets the award for the smallest shorts in the league. John Stockton would be proud. They don't make them any smaller. They checked.
Well, they did when Samaje Haynes-Jones played, if you remember. Free throw off. It's marked by Saquon. The rebound's cleared out there by Holden for Barton. Ball on the outside to drive underneath. Kohler, ball back outside. They'll drive inside. Off-balance shot, not there, but rebound is put back up and good as Kohler was able to score, or was that Atkinson? Let's check it.
Atkinson, Enneking.
Yeah, Enneking. Got the basket to go. He now has 4.
Here's what I would tell you about Haynes Jones. Remember, he would roll him. He would roll him 3 or 4 times to give him that look. Kaler doesn't have him rolled.
But then he took scissors to him one time.
Did he?
And finally they got him fixed because he said whatever. There was a free throw up and missing by Atkinson, Enneking, and a rebound cleared out of there by Hutchinson. The lead is 5 now for Hutch. It was at one time a 12-point lead. That's how this game goes. Ball on the outer perimeter. Ursary thought about it. Back outside. A long 3 by DJ Mitchell. Rims out on him. No good. It would have been Hughes if he'd hit it. Here we go down the other way. Votes takes it in. A blocking foul is going to be called on Hutchinson. And Jayhawk will pick up the foul. That'll be his first.
If he plants himself a little bit sooner, he probably gets that charge call because he's in position. But he kind of takes a twist. He takes that half-turn twist with his hips. It causes him to be out of position.
Free throw toss is up and good. So scoring it was Anthony Atkinson Enneking as he makes his first free throw. He'll shoot his second one. Can cut that lead. It's now 4. Can make it a 3-point ball game with 4:35 to go before halftime. Does not as he missed. It rims out, and Saquon Singleton's there to bring it up. Singleton with 6 points tonight. Here's Baker. Holds up. Pass down low, a little give and go to Queth. Basket good. Jayhawk with the basket. He has 6, and Hutch extends that lead now to 6 at 33-27. Was Barton in the zone that last trip down? Looked like they might have been. Ball on the outer perimeter. That's Holden. Outside, steps over. That's Bowles that'll shoot it. He'll miss it. Oh, man, you got to have an over to back, but didn't get the call. King's there for the rebound. And Hudson to bring it up. King on the drive. Takes it all the way to the rack. Shoots and misses. Ball comes out and being ran down by a Cougar. On the run is Holden. He'll take it up. It's blocked by Singleton out of bounds. It will be Barton's basketball. Good job by Saquon to get all the way down to elevate and block that one before it was on its way back down.
One of those guys does a little bit of everything, leads this team in a lot of categories.
Yeah, he really does. Ball comes out high in the hands to Gilliard. He was hot early. They give it up now quickly outside to Holden. Holden. Left side, mishandling for a second with Gilliard. He'll drive in. All rejected. Queth can't get to it. Oh, they say last touch because they hit a player for the Cougars that was laying prone on the floor, and Gilliard was the last one to touch the ball.
And he shook everyone out of their shoes, including himself.
6-point lead for Hutch with 3:23 to go. So one time Barton lead by 21 at halftime and come back, and Hutch came back to get the win. That was a Dave Ferrara coach team. Here's Jayhawk Queth back outside. Singleton works down low, goes up, and they say he did the old chicken wing. And the foul's going to be on Saquon. It'll be his first. They hooked him a little bit.
Emphasis on little. There wasn't a lot there.
Into the ball game checks Harmon. Justin Harmon will check in. He's out of Chi-Town, Chicago, Illinois. Actually, he hasn't checked in yet. He's down at the scores table. And Holden brings the ball up to the left side now to Bowles. Cross to the top. They'll go right side. Ball to the right side. They'll jab it a little bit and pulls it back. Hutch kind of jumps out to deny. Jumper up, missing. Rebound clear. Josh Baker. Hutch will have it with 2.5 to go. The pass all the way down to King. Gives it to Queth. Puts that ball up, and I don't know how it went in. How did that ball go in?
Tried to dunk it, left it short, and it somehow crawled through.
That had some momentum from somewhere. How did that ball go in? Ball on the outer perimeter. Holden. 35-27. Hutchinson with the lead. Back on the left side, a flash pass to the top. They'll shoot it on its way and hit it. Big basket by Gilliard. He has 6. He's been solid for the Cougars tonight. The lead back to 6 at 35-29. That ball a little while ago with Coet had legs on it to crawl up over the rim and get in there. Here's a Baker three that's good from outside. Josh Baker, three-point maker right there. His first tray of the evening. That leads it again, 38-29. Ball outside. Cougars wait about it. They go to the free throw line. He shoots it up and scores it. How about that for Gilliard being very patient? He has 8 and leads the Cougars in scoring. He just kind of sidestepped from the free throw line, got a little closer, and puts it up and in. It's a 7-point ball game now with 1:20 to go. Hutchinson with the lead to feed inside to Queth. Cutters cut. Queth will work down low on the low blocks on Gilliard, puts it up and scores it. He gets another shooter's roll right there. Queth with 10 points now. Good to see. Ball on the outside. Here drives the Cougars drive down. And there's going to be a foul called, and it'll be on number 10. That'll be Brown. Tyler Brown will pick it up. With 58.7 seconds to go in this first half of play. It'll be at the line, Holden. Free throw toss. Off, no good. Little line drive for Holden. He has not scored yet, and he averages 15.1 a game. That's a big difference in this ball game right there with Holden being held in check.
Yeah, and right now Barton really settling for contested 15-foot jumpers and just have not been knocking them down consistently. Credit the Dragons defense.
It's out of Evanston, Illinois. Free throws, second one's up and good. His first point. So the lead is cut to 40-32. Hutchinson inside of a minute now. Saquon Singleton looks to his head coach, Steve Eck. Goes left side. King in and out of his hands. He ran it back down. Loose basketball. Urshry loses it in the hands of Holden. Hudson will bring it down. Urshry's had a hard time tonight. Feed down low, wide open underneath. Basket good by Bowles. His first regular field going into 3+3 free throws to go along, and it is a 6-point game at 40-34. Hutch needs to take better care of the basketball. Ball outside. Quet give and go to Singleton. Throw it away. Urshry couldn't get to it. Long pass down court. Shot not there, but a foul is there. It will send to the line Anthony Atkinson Inniking to the line to shoot free throws. But Jacques Queth will pick up his second personal. Matt Mayers will come in, and Steve's going to protect those fouls to get him out of there with 23 seconds remaining to go in this first half of play. Free throw shot up and good. Banked it in. Well, that's one way to do it. He's 2 for 3 from the foul stripe now. 6 points to Anthony's credit. Second one rattles down and good. So the lead has been cut to 4. It was an 8-point ball game. At one time, it was a 12-point ball game. Right now, with 19 seconds, let's see if Hutchinson can get it across and take care of the basketball and maybe get a basket. Singleton with 10 seconds to go now. Will isolate off the ball screen. They'll come out, and that's going to be a foul called on Barton. Atkinson Inniking will pick up the personal. That will be his first. So Singleton at the foul stripe with 7.7 seconds to go, trying to give his team a little plus of 4+ points going into intermission. Free throw toss is up and off, no good. Rebound cleared out by the Cougars. And they'll bring it up quickly, trying to get a quick basket. They'll drive it in and wrap it around and score it. And getting the basket was Holden right at the buzzer. It's a 2-point ball game. That's 40, Cougars 38. We got a good one going out here on the hill. We'll be back with your halftime in-game capsule brought to you by the Medicine Shop at 14th and Main. We'll be back right after this 2-minute timeout on the Blue Dragon Sports Network.
Needing repairs, parts, belts, or bags for your vacuum? How about free pickup and delivery? Hi, this is Donna Pitzer, the Bag Lady. I work on all vacuums, including Auric, Kirby, Simplicity, Hoover, and all Panasonics. I can get bags and parts for almost any vacuum. Plus, I'll save you up to 40% on your bag purchases. Again, I deliver at no charge for all services. Ask about our vacuum scents for your bags from mulberry, orange, spice, or cinnamon. For vacuum parts, bags, or service, call me, Donna Pitzer, the Bag Lady, at 663-4322.
Hi, Brian Bobo, General Manager at Midwest Superstores. With the inclement weather and everyday life, if you're ever in need of a body shop, we have a great one. Also, we work on all makes and models of cars, and with most insurance companies. Our hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30. We do all repairs from the small dents and scratches to roof replacements and more. So come out and see us or send a tow truck to 1100 East 30th, north side of the building. Call at 620-662-6631. Visit us online at MidwestSuperstore.com.
Basketballs are bouncing and crowds are cheering. Your best offense during cold and flu season is a good defense. Drink plenty of liquids, get plenty of rest, and keep your hands sanitized. If a bug still manages to get you, Ashcraft Pharmacy, your local Health Mart pharmacy, has over-the-counter medications that can help. Or if you need a prescription, we offer free mail-out, free delivery, or call ahead for our handy curbside service. Go Dragons! From Ashcraft Pharmacy in the Hart Shopping Center, South Hutchinson, and Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Need to send someone money? Pay a babysitter? Split the bill? Use First Pay. It is the person-to-person payment option located right inside your online banking app. There is no need to download an additional application. It is simple, safe, and secure. We're first for you. Visit fnbhutch.bank to learn more, or click on your First National Bank app to get started. You can also stop into a location nearest you, and we're happy to help. First National Bank of Hutchinson, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back. It's halftime, and it's 40-38 right now. Hutchinson with the lead by 2. It's time for the Medicine Shop in-game council, brought to you by the Little White Castle. Again, at 14th and Main. For all your pharmaceutical needs, it will be the Medicine Shop at Midtown Hutch, as they've got the flu shots, pneumonia shots, tetanus shots, and of course the shingles vaccination as well. They got it all. Plus good over-the-counter CBD oil that's pharmaceutical grade as well. Don't forget about those great birthday cards and get well cards that they have. So it's kind of a one-stop shop, really, when you come right down to it. It's the Medicine Shop, 14th and Main in Hudson. One of the things I looked at over your shoulder real quick, Darren, was those rebounds, and Hudson really getting blitzed on that. But what's the other numbers look like?
Yeah, the Blue Dragons right now leading in that rebound category just with a slight edge, 20-18. But you're right, in the offensive category, gave up 8 offensive rebounds to Barton. The good news, it only produced 4 second-chance points. Hutchinson had actually more second-chance points with 6 off of 4 offensive rebounds. The Blue Dragons, 11 turnovers. That's one place that's really hurt them. Barton leading the points off the turnover category with 10 points to the Blue Dragons, 6. Meanwhile, Barton only turned the ball over 6 times. We mentioned these are the number 1 and 3 shooting teams in the conference. The Dragons showing that with 56.7% shooting at the half. Barton right now shooting just 37.1% from the floor, but Barton has 5 more field goal opportunities. And we've seen that a lot this year. Teams are able to keep games close, not because they're shooting a better percentage, just because they're getting more shot opportunities. For Barton, Justin Harmon averages 12 points a game, shut out in that first half. He was 0 for 5 from the floor. Keandre Bowles knocked down a triple. He has 8 points, 7 points for Anthony Atkinson Inniking, and 8 points for Maverick Gildyard. For the Blue Dragons, 10 points from Jayhawk West. He's looking more like that double-double machine we saw at the beginning of January. Player of the week candidate there. 7.6 rebounds for DJ Mitchell, really playing different basketball than we've seen from him. I said in the first half, in the last 5 games, if I'm being honest with you, it's a different DJ Mitchell than we've seen all season. Mm-hmm. Saquon Singleton continues to do it all, and he has 6 points, 3 rebounds, and also 3 assists. The one place you look, you're trying to figure out, okay, the Blue Dragons are shooting the ball so well, Barton not shooting so well. Why is it only a 2-point game? 14 free throw opportunities for Barton, 9 of 14 from the line, 6 more free throw makes than the Blue Dragons, who only shot 5 times from the charity stripe and made good on 3.
And I was way off on my rebounds because I looked one column over, so really Hudson out rebounding, 20-18, doing a good job there. But 8 offensive boards again for Barton, and that will be a point of emphasis in the locker room at halftime for Coach Eck.
Yeah, again, it didn't really hurt them as far as those second chance points, but when it hurts you, it hurts you the most, because you'll remember when everything had to go right for Barton in the sports arena, it started with an offensive rebound that led to a made 3. So even though it didn't hurt them in the first half, you've got to close that off in the second half, because when it hurts, it really hurts.
DJ Mitchell with an opportunity with 6 rebounds and 7 points to get a double-double tonight, so we'll see what happens possibly with that. So, again, that's not the emphasis because that's kind of a selfish type of thing, but let's see if he can do that, because if he's able to come up with a double-double, it'll be good for the Blue Dragons. We're going to take a quick 2-minute timeout. We'll come back and talk about this ball game as they're doing some honoring and presenting a check to Camp Hope, which is a cancer camp real close to out here at Barton Community College. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Again, your score at halftime, 40-38. That is your Medicine Shop in-game capsule, brought to you by the Little White Castle at 14th Main, the Medicine Shop. We'll be back right after this 2-minute timeout.
HCC Sports on Radio is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members. Mega Manufacturing, Barton Chiropractic Center, Papa John's Pizza, A&A Builders, Barclay Plumbing Company, Sutton Coppin Transmission Service, Lowen Corporation, Old Office Shares, Dr. Eric Severud with Alliance Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Todd and Cindy Miller of Homestead Senior Care, Man Wyatt and Rice Injury Lawyers, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert Epp of the Hutchinson Clinic, and the Green Vision Group of Hutchinson.
When you're looking for jewelry that's one of a kind, remember Amelia Bedelia's filled with thousands of beads and stones. And with my passion for design, I can create something that's perfect for you. Amelia Bedelia's, 115.5 South Main Street in downtown Hutchinson. Go Blue Dragons.
This is Kelly, owner of Brick House Boutique. Stay warm and look fabulous at the same time with comfy, trendy, and affordable clothing. You'll also appreciate the personal attention that you'll always get when you shop at Brick House Boutique. Big city chic in a downtown boutique at 117 South Main in Hutchinson.
The Hutch Medicine Shop and the Hutch Blue Dragons have a lot in common. In addition to our logos both being blue, all 3 pharmacists at the Medicine Shop graduated from HCC. Rick Stone in 1984, Brent Bauman in 2001, and Lacey Stone in 2007. In fact, the Medicine Shop has employed over a dozen HCC students over the past 15 years who are now Kansas pharmacists. The Medicine Shop and the Blue Dragons working together as one team.
Getting the most back from your tax return starts with getting the most expertise. H&R Block has more enrolled agents than any other tax preparation company, and we guarantee the accuracy of every return prepared by our tax professionals. We find every credit and deduction to lower your tax bill. Put our expertise to work on your return, and don't just get your taxes done, get your taxes won. In Hutchinson, Lyons, and Ellsworth.
Welcome back to Barton Community College, just north of Great Bend, Kansas. Glenn Grunwald along with Darren Dunn. 40-38 at halftime is your halftime score. As Hutchinson at one time had a 12-point lead in that first half of play, was the most that they had. That actually came at the 7:48 mark. And Barton led by 1 early on. But right now they've done a good job to get back in this ball game. It's anybody's game coming into this one. Big game coming up on Saturday as you want to be out at the sports arena. First of all, come and have some chili. It's the chili feed and pie feed. Over 100 varieties of pies will make their way to the sports arena. If you signed up, be sure and know when you need to get them there. If you have not signed up yet, call Julie at 665-3530 to make sure that they know that you're bringing them, and get them there probably by 5 p.m., I'm assuming, and they'll have a great night of chili and pie. Plus, on top of that, we had a Hall of Fame night, the Quarterback Hall of Fame, with some great inductees that are going to be taking place. And it's the last for sure home game. We don't know if Hutchinson women are able to get a win. They will not have a home game. They would have one of the seeds and would be get a bye on the 26th. And we don't know what's going to happen with Hutchinson. They hang on here and win this one, more than likely they'll be home on the 26th, and that would be another home game. But, Darren, we don't know as going into that game what's going to happen, so kind of important for people to kind of plan their Saturday and spend it with us.
Well, and I think all you have to do is look back at those games in Liberal. You got the women's game comes down to a final basket by Abby Ogle to win that one by 2. The men's game was a 1-point contest that the Blue Dragons won. So you're looking at 2 probably pretty competitive basketball games on Saturday night.
Should be a lot of fun for everybody that is involved to come out and see some good basketball, and you kind of thank the Blue Dragons, because it's also is sophomore night. I failed to mention that. So there's some good sophomores that are going to be acknowledged, and plus we'll have the Hall of Fame night. It's going to be a fun time. There's no doubt about that. Hutchinson already back out on the court warming up as They are taking a look at the basket to their north and getting warmed up early. So I'm sure the coach's talk was pretty short and sweet in that locker room, Darren.
I think there's a few things. We mentioned you need to box out. You got to limit those second chance opportunities for Barton. Continue to force poor looks. Give this defense a lot of credit. Force Barton into a lot of poor 15-foot jump shots. They were all contested jump shots, so you wonder why the Cougars shot 37.1%. A lot of it has to do with that up-in-your-face defense the Dragons are putting on. And then the Dragons just need to limit turnovers. A couple of times when the Dragons had opportunities to really pull away, you saw 3 turnovers in a row. So the Blue Dragons take that out of the mix. You continue to force those poor looks, and you stop sending Barton to the line. I think this is a much different ball game.
Now, Cali with a 3-game lead in that division in the East with a couple games to play. They are actually playing Butler tonight, and Butler right now is giving them a pretty good game. It's 46-43 Cali at halftime is the score in that one. Other games, Neosho is leading Clark County 40-33 at halftime. This one's at halftime 40-38, Hutch with the lead. And then Colby barely on top of Garden City. This shocks me, 25-24 with 5:36 to go in the first half of play. So evidently Garden City is trying to knock off a team that's already won the league in the Colby Trojans. Other games, Fort Scott at Labette, that's outside of our league, but Independence at Allen tonight, and Seward as well at Northwest Kansas Tech. That'll be a late game because that's an 8:30 start Central Time. And that's some of your games that are taking place as we speak, so we'll try to catch up on some of those. But Hutch just needs to take care of business here, leading it by a score of 40-38. We're going to take another 2-minute timeout, come back and set the stage for the second half of play. It's the Blue Dragons 40 and the Cougars 38. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout on the Blue Dragons Sports Network.
Pools Plus has all of your swimming pool, hot tub, and outdoor furniture needs. Bright, beautiful, and functional designs by CR Plastics that are sure to hold up against the Kansas weather. Still looking for a hot tub? The 2020 shipments of American Whirlpool and Vita Spas have arrived. And as always, our pre-owned hot tubs are priced to move. Call the professionals at Pools Plus to schedule your pool opening before our calendar fills up. Shop local, shop Pools Plus, 21 East 1st in downtown Hutchinson.
HCC Sports on Radio is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members. Mega Manufacturing, Barton Chiropractic Center, Papa John's Pizza, A&A Builders, Barclay Plumbing Company, Sutton Coffin Transmission Service, Lowen Corporation, Old Office Shares, Dr. Eric Severud with Alliance Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Todd and Cindy Miller of Homestead Senior Care, Van Wyatt and Rice Injury Lawyers, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert Epp of the Hutchinson Clinic, and the Green Vision Group of Hutchinson.
This is Carter Fowle, president of Hutchinson Community College. I invite you to join us this winter as the proud tradition of Blue Dragon men's and women's basketball continues at the historic Hutchinson Sports Arena. Both teams are favorites in the tough Jayhawk Conference, so you won't want to miss any of the action. Find the schedule at BlueDragonSports.com, like us on Facebook, and follow Blue Dragon Sports on Twitter. As always, go Blue Dragons.
Just as the Hutchinson Blue Dragons athletics are a tradition, so is the Anchor Inn in downtown Hutchinson. Whether you plan lunch or dinner or even take out for home, the Anchor Inn is a great family restaurant that you are sure to enjoy. Order off their great menu or take advantage of the Anchor Inn's awesome buffet. You'll make a great choice either way. The Anchor Inn is also a great spot to meet up with old friends and acquaintances because everyone goes to the Anchor. That's the Anchor Inn at 128 South Main in Hutchinson, proud supporters of Hutchinson Blue Dragon Athletics.
Glenn Grunwald along with Darren Dunn. So glad to have you along tonight on Hutchinson's Country 102.9 as well as KWBW 1450 AM and 98.5 FM in Hutchinson. As, again, both teams warming up. About a minute to go. What does Hutchinson have to do? Number one, they have to hang on to the lead. They had a 12-point lead, skipped away, but what do the Blue Dragons need to do?
Yeah, continue to box out, limit those second chance opportunities. 8 of Barton's 18 rebounds came offensively. Now, it didn't hurt the Blue Dragons with those second chance points, but eventually those are the things that come back to bite you. Continue to play well defensively. I think they forced a lot of poor looks from Barton, and then now you got to limit the turnovers. You have to really take care of that basketball, something that the Dragons started to pull away until they've put together these strings of 3 turnovers in a row.
Again, both teams huddle around their respective coaches. Craig Fletchaw and his assistant coach kind of giving the indication of what they want to get done here in the second half of play. And Hutchinson breaks huddle as well, as Hutch will go with the same starting five: Dorothy Almdo, Baker, Mitchell, along with Brown and Singleton. Will get going for the Hutchinson Blue Dragons. And it looks to me like it will be the same 5 as well for the Cougars. So Bolt will go over. Bolts will get set to inbound, and we're about set to get underway. The second half of play, Hutch with an edge by 2 points at halftime, 40-38. Now we go with the second half. The alley-oop underneath, we're tied up. Basket up and get by Harmon easily as Hutch kind of lost track of him. And with the basketball comes DJ Mitchell. Mitchell down the low blocks to Fred Othiambo. Fred holds up, used up his dribbles, gives it off to Brown from the free throw line. He'll shoot and miss. Rebound's going to be cleared out there by Munson of Barton. Long pass down court. They get way under. The ball comes out. The drive to the basket, up and no good. Rebound's going to be cleared out there by Singleton as he snaps the rebound down. Hutch on the run. Here's Baker. He'll pop the 3 from outside. Misses everything. Then off of Singleton, it was knocked away last touch off of the Barton Cougars. Baker did miss everything, didn't he? Ball inbounding now. Shot clock at 21 as they reset it. Here comes into Mitchell into the paint, puts it up. Oh, way short, no good. Mitchell prone on the floor. And out comes Barton with the basketball. They'll drive it in. Leaner up, no good. Follow, not there. Othiambo snatches the ball away, and Hutchinson has the basketball. We're tied at 40, a minute deep into the second half of play. Here's Baker on the outside. Baker crosses over left side, has a seam, but holds up, gets it out now to Singleton. Singleton gets it out to Mitchell. Wide open 3 from the right side. It's off the line, no good. Rebound cleared out there. Othiambo got a hand on it, but coming up with it will be Barton. They'll cover up, and now with the basketball is going to be Caldwell. He'll go between circles and works on Brown. Caldwell to his right, over the right elbow. Pass down low, shot way strong, no good. Baker off the missed shot that was put up by Munson will bring the basketball up. 18-16 to go in the second half. Here's a Brown 3 from outside. Got it. Tyler Brown will break that tie. His first basket of the second half, he has 8. That was a good-looking basket, Darren.
He's 2 for 2 from the three-point line, which is big. His last 2 games, he was 1 for 8 from distance.
2 minutes deep in the second half, 18 to go in the half. The feed down low, wide open. And they're going to substitute. Othiambo just kind of watched it as they scored it, and scoring it easily was Gilliard. And he's able to score his 10th point of the ball game. And a foul and a whistle away from the ball. And they'll indicate who the foul's going to be called on.
And first on Gilliard.
Yeah, Gilliard will pick up his first. First team foul of the half as well. Not a shooting situation. Hutch inbound, right side baseline. And they come to talk to a couple players. They're trying to line up in the middle of the paint. Singleton, along with Caldwell. Singleton gathers in the bounce pass. Inside to King. King underneath. Holds up. He's back in there. Here's Queth as well. He'll shoot it on his way and hit it. But Jacques, if he can add that distance, that has his 12th point. That's a nice distance for him to be able to shoot.
Yeah, if your bigs can get you those 15-footers, it really extends their game.
Hutchinson extends their game, 45-42 with the lead. Shot from the free throw line, up and missing. Foul away from the play is going to be called on the baseline. It's going to be on Jacques Queth. It's his third. And Matt Mayer's immediately off the bench to come and check in for Jacques. And he had just hit that pretty jumper. I was hoping he could get some more time. Tell Steve Eck what they called him on. And here comes the inbounds now for Barton. Votes. Shoots it on the outside. It's not there. Matt Mayers comes up and vacuums off that rebound and gives it off to Singleton. Singleton to the outside. Corner right. Now to Baker. Flash inside and a foul call. They're going to banging in was Munson. Foul's going to be called on Munson, and that'll be his third. So Munson picks up his third personal, and out he will check. Into the lineup now checks Harmon. Hutchell inbound. Saquon Singleton works on Gilliard. Into the paint, goes up with a shot. It's off his balance, no good. Ball knocked away. It'll be off of Hutchinson, out of bounds. So 16:52 now to go in the second half of play. Barton's basketball down by 3. They'll bring it into the forecourt. Both teams kind of just going through the motions here in this second half of play. Nobody really getting in transition or anything like that. They'll cut through. Ball on the outside. They'll shoot it. Lefty lets it fling. Not their bow. Batted out into the hands back into Caldwell. He'll drive inside, and he got the offensive foul called against him as he pushed off on Tyler Brown. So Caldwell will pick up the personal. That'll be his second. We can clearly see that from up here, and you're hoping that the officials can see that forearm as well. 45-42, the lead for Hutchinson. Pat Mayer squares, shoots, way off its mark, no good. And a rebound by Harmon, and here comes the Cougars. Barton will bring it up. Barton left to right as you watch on the stream, by the way. In the gray uniforms. Fast pass, not there. Baker comes up with it, and a foul's called. Foul's going to be charged on Harmon. That'll be his second. So with 16:01 to go, Harmon picks up his second. So Hutch basketball. Baker into the forecourt. Keeps it himself, takes it down to the baseline and pulls it back away. Mayers gets big down low, but they don't get him to it. Now they do. He'll work down the low blocks. He'll back in. Head fake goes up strong. They're going to call the travel call on Mayers. So the turnover against Hutchinson with 15:44 gives the ball over to the Cougars. Hutch with a 3-point lead.
He's really trying to go for that drop step, but Atkinson and King knew it was coming, and once the drop came, he was able to close that off and force the walk.
Yeah, Voight's kind of doing the imitation of it. I think he's hoping to get a foul as he was backing in right there. Ball outside. Bowles, he'll gun it and miss. And he is fouled. Clarence King should pick up the personal, and he will. King, that'll be his first. Any act of shooting, though, will send a Cougar to the line. King with his second personal. Bowles at the free throw line. Free throw toss, up and good. Bowles with 9 points now on the night. His first basket or first point of the second half of play. See if he can add 2 with the free throw here. And he does as gets the shooter's roll. So 1 point ball game now. Hutchinson with the lead by 1 at 45-44. Singleton into the forecourt. Looks to the right. That's Brown. Here's King on the outside. Singleton. Ball on the outside. Baker has it, and a foul away from the play. They're going to get this one, I believe, on Atkinson and King. And we'll get the foul to go against him. That should be his second. It is. Takes a little bit to move Matt Mayers, doesn't it, Darren? He's a good-sized kid.
Yeah, and that's what Atkinson King did. He just kept pushing him out of the paint.
Bounce pass inside. It goes to King. Off-balance shot not there. Big Matt goes up and puts it back. Not there either and bats it out. Came up with it. Will be the Cougars. Nice effort, though. We go the other way. They'll score it with a drive to the basket. Scoring it was Bowles. His first basket of the second half. 12 points for him. 46-45. Cougars with the lead now with 14:34 remaining to go in this second half play. The travel call goes against Hutchinson. So You had the basket at the other end for the lead, and now the travel call, and a timeout's going to be taken by Hutch. 14:32 to go in the second half of play. Hutch trailing now for the first time in the second half, 46-45. We'll be back right after this 30-second timeout.
Like a good deal? Need a new phone? Listen up. Trade in your old device at Nextech Wireless and get half off any smartphone. Then take your shiny new phone shopping with your $100 Visa gift card. That's any smartphone, plus cash to spend. Oh yeah, need more lines? No problem. Get a new smartphone at half price for everyone in the family, plus up to $300 in Visa gift cards. Visit Nextech Wireless today. Your new phone and cash are waiting. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
Hutchinson is shooting, cooling off a little bit, 46.3%. Hutch now is 4 out of 11 from outside the arc overall in the game. But Cougars still shooting 36.4%.
Yeah, Hutchinson just 2 for 11 in the second half.
Ball in the low blocks. Bowles kicks it out. Goes clear out to half court as he kind of got no man's land. Hudson just hadn't been able to get that. They had that 12-point lead, but haven't sustained it. Basket up and good. Nice spin move in the lane. Nice job. And that's his first basket of the second half. He now has 9. And
Singleton walked with it. 14 turnovers now on Hutchinson. The largest lead for Barton at 3.
Turnovers for Hutchinson now, 14. For some reason, Hudson, there was a couple games ago, 26 was the total. Singleton will take a seat. Just under 14 to go. A 3-point lead now for the Cougars. Ball outside. Atkinson going. 3-pointer up and put up. Not there. It ran down to the corner and then stepping out of bounds with the ball was Holden. Fans over there thought he was pushed out of bounds. But it'll go the other way, and Hutchinson will have the basketball. Here's King. 13:38 to go in the second half of play. They'll take it away. Barton will bring it up. They'll drive it inside. They'll put it up and score it. Atkinson Inneking's doing a job right now. And it's a 5-point lead and a timeout taken by Hutchinson. A 5-point lead for the Cougars with 13:17 to go. And Steve X says we need to regroup a little bit. So Cone will check into the Blue Dragon lineup. We'll get a quick 30-second break in. We'll be right back.
There's gold in their heels or jewelry boxes. Turn your broken or no longer worn gold and silver jewelry into cash at Salt City Pawn and Jewelry. We give you an instant cash price for rings, necklaces, pendants, bracelets, and even dental gold or broken jewelry. No sense letting it collect dust in the jewelry box. Clean it out and turn it into cash. We also buy electronics, video games, firearms, tools, and more. We pay you in cash, so come see what your items are worth and leave with more of the green stuff. Find us on the web at saltcitypawn.com. Call 662-0403 or stop in at 916 East 4th in Hutchinson.
It will be Hudson basketball after the timeout. 13:16 to go. Cougars up by 5. Martin's ahead 50-45. Cougars zoning. Left side Ursery, who's back in there. Struggled a little bit with the basketball in the first half of play. Hutch works to the right. Here's Ursery. High arching shot's good. Nice shot by Ursery. His second basket of the game. He has 5 now.
Breaks a 4.5-minute drought.
Nice drive. There's a block by Queth, and he gets the rebound off the shot that was put up by Votes. Here comes Hutch. Ursery, another shot. Hits that one. Ursery, red hot. Hits back-to-back jumpers. And pulls the Blue Dragons within 1 at 49-50, basically. 50-49, Cougars with the lead with 12.5 to go. Nice to see Ursery getting a little on track. Feed down low and ball bounces away, but they kick it to the corner left. 3-pointer's good from outside. Knocking it down was Munson. Munson with the big 3, and that's 5 points for Munson now, his first basket. 53-49, the lead is 4. Another 30-second timeout. It'll be taken by Barton. We'll be back in a half minute.
Hi, Brian Bobo, General Manager at Midwest Superstores. With the inclement weather and everyday life, if you're ever in need of a body shop, we have a great one. Also, we work on all makes and models of cars and with most insurance companies. Our hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30. We do all repairs from the small dents and scratches to roof replacements and more. So come out and see us or send a tow truck to 1100 East 30th, north side of the building. Call at 620-662-6631. Visit us online at MidwestSuperstore.com.
It'll be Barton's lead at 53-49. Hutch will bring the basketball up. 12-12 to go in the contest. Ursary on the outside. Wants the dribble drive, holds up. O'Cone gets the basketball deep right side. He's out of Wichita Heights, Kansas high school. Shot up missing by O'Cone. Rebound cleared out by the Cougars. O'Cone out of Wichita, went to Wichita Heights. Stad's the director of basketball operations at Wichita State. Ball pops loose, and Ursary gets the rebound. Hutch will bring it up, down by 4 with 11:45 to go. And a moving player control foul is going to be called a moving screen on Jayhawk West, and that'll be his 4th personal, and he will have to come out. See if Matt Mayers comes in or not. Singleton will come in for right now. And Jayhawk was just getting going. 12 points there, and really hadn't been able to fully get going here in the second half because he picked up those 2 quick ones.
Yeah, probably the worst way to get your 4th foul, to be completely away from the ball.
53-49. Barton with the lead in the basketball. This Barton team's tough at home, although Colby came in here and blitzed them by 20. Jumper to the right side, not there. On the arm is Ursary for the foul in the act of shooting. Ursary will pick up his 2nd personal. Like the way you work with this PA guy, Darren. Nice job. You graded him one time, and he just really has improved.
I've never had anyone analyze what I do probably as much as him, and he flat out told me, he's like, when the Dragons were here for that tournament earlier this year, he was trying to say the names exactly the way I say them in the sports arena, like he had broken down each piece of the name and the intonations.
Free throw up and missing. You get a second one. Well, the young man evidently looks to you as a mentor and does a good job. Free throws up and good by Bowles. So now it is 54-49. Bowles with 16 points. Cougars with the lead. Ball underneath the O'Cone. It's blocked. It'll be basket interference. O'Cone will get the basket. And Hutchinson breaks the long drought right now, 54-51. Hutchinson within a 1-possession game. Cougars with the lead, however, as we near the 11-minute mark. Ball on the outside. Dribble penetration to the right. They'll kick it. As Bowles, he'll shoot it on his way. This one's short, and Baker comes up with the rebound. And some of the Hutchinson crowd here wants to do the air ball chant. Singleton drives it in, now pulls it back a little bit. Loses control of the basketball, gets it back. Now give it off to Baker. Shot clock at 17. Brown with the basketball out front. Rolls to the top. He'll pop the 3. It's off, no good. Comes off and finding a rebound cleared by Bowles. That ball bounced high, and Hutch couldn't time it. Now they turn it over, so Hutch got a break right there. They'll bring it down. Hutchinson basketball. Back end checks. Harmon will check back in, and also Caldwell will check in. A couple years ago, Coach Fletchall's team came into the sports arena for the national championship. And they were really a crowd favorite. Ball knocked away and stepping out of bounds. It will be Barton with the basketball, so it'll be Hutchinson basketball. But they knocked off number 1 Indian Hills, and he remembers that trip fondly. Back into the ball game, checks votes, but he's done a great job here with this Cougar program. Couple games behind Colby in the rankings on the Western Division. Dribble penetration, Ursary. Shot up and good. Nice job by Josh Ursary. He's been very productive in the second half with 6 second-half points, 9 points total. 10 minutes remaining. Well, you have media timeout. Ball sails into the hands of Singleton. Hutch will bring it up. Down by 1. They'll dish it underneath to Singleton. Blocking foul called. Singleton will go, and Singleton is hurt down to the baseline. He will go to the line to shoot free throws or somebody for him. As I was in that halo, and Votes will pick up the personal. Martin Votes will pick up his third personal, and they will attend to Saquon Singleton, and there's the media timeout. So 9:54 to go in this second half of play, and we'll get a 1-minute break. We'll be back as they tend to Saquon Singleton. We'll be back with more right after this 1-minute timeout.
Basketballs are bouncing and crowds are cheering. Your best offense during cold and flu season is a good defense. Drink plenty of liquids, get plenty of rest, and keep your hands sanitized. If a bug still manages to get you, Ashcraft Pharmacy, your local Health Mart pharmacy, has over-the-counter medications that can help. Or if you need a prescription, we offer free mail-out, free delivery, or call ahead for our handy curbside service. Go Dragons! From Ashcraft Pharmacy in the Hart Shopping Center, South Hutchinson, and Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Need to send someone money? Pay a babysitter? Split the bill? Use First Pay. It is the person-to-person payment option located right inside your online banking app. There is no need to download an additional application. It is simple, safe, and secure. We're first for you. Visit fnbhutch.bank to learn more, or click on your First National Bank app to get started. You can also stop into a location nearest you, and we're happy to help. First National Bank of Hutchinson, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
54-53. Let's see the status of Saquon Singleton. The Cougars up by 1, and it will be somebody else shooting free throws for Saquon as they are tended to him over on the bench now as they finally got him up. I thought that also that Ryan Helty might have been looking at his knee, so it will be Ocone to shoot free throws for Singleton. And Ocone will get set to try to tie this one up and or give Hutchinson a lead with just at under 10 to go. Free throws off, it's marked no good. Rimmed off. Ocone will shoot this one. Ocone, a pretty good free throw shooter on the season. Free throw toss. Got it. We're tied up at 54 apiece. 9:52 to go. Typical Hutchinson-Barton game. Always very physical. Ball on the right wing. Dribble penetration left side by Gilliard. Shot put up and good. Maverick Gilliard. Second basket of the second half. 56-54. Now he has 12. 56-54 Cougars. DJ Mitchell got it, a 3-ball from the top. And back on top goes Hutchinson, 57-56. DJ with a dagger from the top of the key. He has 10 points. 9:10 to go in the ball game. Ball outside, Votes. They'll weave it. Similar to offense that Hutchinson runs. They'll spin in the lane. Puts up a shot, rejected by Ocone. Baker has it. Here comes Hutch on the run. DJ Mitchell, Euro step to the basket, rolling around and comes out on him, no good. Teetered up there on the rim, and Harmon rips down the rebound. Gives it off quickly to Holden. He'll go to the basket in the end one. As Holden flies through the air, got his first basket of the second half, and he'll shoot the free throw. He has 5. Foul's called on Erstry. That'll be his third. So transition basketball right there by Holden. He'll step to the line to shoot the free throw. Really gave up his body as he went in there, Darren. Regained a lead of 58-57. A missed shot, no good, but the rebound cleared out, and Hutch will run it down. Ocone steps out of bounds right in front of the student section and turned it over, trying to pick it up. So inbounding will be the Cougars. They lead it by 1 at 58-57. They get it in quickly, a little give and go. Last touched out of bounds. Mitchell thought he might have deflected it. Didn't get the call. He looked to the outside official, didn't get it from there either. Now one official is going to come in from the side, and let's see what he's going to say. Because this official didn't have a good look at it. Let's see what the trail official has. They're going to leave it as it is, so it'll be Cougar basketball.
Yeah, I thought they were about to make an unpopular decision over in that student section.
Ball on the outer perimeter. Here's Votes. Angles to the right side. in the hands of Harmon. Over on the left wing. No jab step. Shot on its way. No good. Battle for the board. Taken away by O'Cone. Hutchinson basketball. Ursery has it. 8:20 to go. Hutchinson down by 1. Brown with the basketball. Back outside. DJ Mitchell. Pulls it out a little bit. Sets up the offense. Over to the right side. Ursery with the basketball. Way out at half court. Ball thrown away and then a foul call. They're going to whistle this one on the Cougars. I thought Ursery might have been out of bounds when he came down, but the reason he was is Holden bumped into him. And Holden will pick up the personal. That'll be only his first. It'll be the 17th foul, so Ursery will step to the line to shoot free throws. Like Fletchaw talking to one of the officials over there. I think he's saying, hey, the guy was out of bounds. It'll be Ursery at the line to tie it up or give the lead to the Blue Dragons. Free throws up and good as Ursery hits that one. They'll shoot a second one. 10 points for Ursery. Student section crowd gets loud. Although it's at the opposite end. Here's the toss. It's off, no good. Rebound, DJ Mitchell. He wants to go up and gets called for the charge. Now, be careful, DJ. Slapping the ball. Can't get too upset with it. DJ Mitchell picks up his second. So we're tied at 58. 58-58 tie. And they'll take it inside. The foul's going to be called. It's going to be on O'Cone. That will be the 17th foul against Hutchinson. So that will send Barton to the line now in the person of Holden. Jaheim Holden at the line to shoot. I think it's going to be a 1-on-1. Holden misses it. Loose rebound. Cleared away by O'Cone. So Hutch will bring it up. Still tied at 58. 7:43 to go in the ball game. Crossover underneath they go. DJ Mitchell can't finish, but the foul's going to be charged on Gildyard. Gildyard will pick up the personal. That'll be his second. So, Darren, we've been back and forth from about the 14-minute mark. Cougars got that one little run, and Hudson was able to get right back in it, and we're tied at 58.
And DJ Mitchell, it was really quiet in the second half until he knocked down that three and really had a chance to add to the momentum by knocking down a contested layup, and the ball just kind of rolled out on him.
Yeah,
otherwise,
sure did.
Dragons would be leading.
And then he got the offensive foul as well. Mm-hmm. Free throw toss. This one's good by DJ Mitchell. Quiets the crowd a little bit. He has 11. He'll shoot another one.
Watch out for Barton, yeah.
Bowles just checked back in. And also checking back in, Atkinson Enneking will check back in as well. Hutch with the lead by 1. DJ can make it 2, and he does. DJ Mitchell sacks both free throws. He has 5 in the half and 12 for the ball game. 7:35 remaining to go in the second half of play. This one could come down to the wire. Ball stolen away. Here comes Mitchell. Mitchell will bring it down. He'll go up for the layup and scores it. He's knocked into the pad, but no call made. And they just go on and let it be played. There's a travel call, goes against Bowles, and that's just as good. Hudson will now have the basketball and a 4-point lead at 62-58.
13 turnovers for Barton. If this is the NBA, that's okay, but you don't get 3 steps in college.
Here comes Hutchinson. Brown gives it on the outside. DJ Mitchell. Mitchell backs up a little bit. Tight defense for the Cougars. Here's Ursery into the paint. Spins, stops, shoots, and hits it. Nice shot by Ursery. Boy, did he ever get a shooter's roll. He has 4 2-pointers in the second half plus a free throw. Ursery with 12 points. The drive the other way. Shot rims out. Tip is there. Atkinson Enneking with the putback basket. His third basket of the second half. He has 13, and a timeout's going to be taken. 6:41 to go in the contest. Second half of play, 64-60 It's Hutchinson with the lead by 4. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back right after this.
HCC Sports on Radio is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members. Mega Manufacturing, Barton Chiropractic Center, Papa John's Pizza, A&A Builders, Barclay Plumbing Company, Sutton Kaufman Transmission Service, Lowen Corporation, Old Office Shares, Dr. Eric Severud with Alliance Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Todd and Cindy Miller of Homestead Senior Care, Man Wyatt and Rice Injury Lawyers, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert Epp and the Hutchinson Clinic, and the Green Vision Group of Hutchinson. Hi, this is Rob, and I want to tell you about one of my favorite places in Kansas to get a melt-in-your-mouth cheeseburger. It's RV Drive-In, where they've been serving up fresh food, not fast food, since 1948. They're famous for their burgers, but you can also try their homemade pork tenderloin sandwich, patty melts, BLTs, and so much more. Tuesday, Thursday evenings, Friday, and Saturday, they make their homemade onion rings that are the best I've ever eaten. RV Drive-In, Kansas' oldest drive-in at 201 East Avenue A and online at rvdrivein.com. Go Blue Dragons!
Hutchinson with the basketball. A little pressure in the backcourt being put on by the Cougars. 6.5 to go. Hutch up by 4. Every possession is so important. Here's DJ Mitchell. I'll get it back outside now to Josh Baker. And zone defense being put up. There's a three-pointer by Baker. Comes off no good on the miss. And rounding down the rebound was Caldwell. He'll take it all the way in, lays it up, and scores it. Caldwell with his first basket of the second half makes it a 2-point ball game. Hutch 64, Cougars 62. Here's DJ Mitchell. Turns the ball over. O'Cone dives for it, trying to get to it. And coming up with it somehow, some way, was the Cougars. And Barton will bring it up with a chance to tie or go ahead with a tray. Ball on the outside now. To the top they go with it, Caldwell. Clock nearing the 5:40 mark. Drive to the right side. They'll dish it away. They'll kick it back out to the free throw line. Shot on its way up and good. As Gilliard knocks it down. He has 14, his third basket of the second half. Ties it at 64. 5:26 to go. Hutchinson spreads the floor. Left side. Ursery's wide open. DJ Mitchell doesn't see him and loses the basketball. We get it on the other way. They'll bring it up. Bowles shot up, not there. Battle for the board. Taken away by DJ Mitchell. Mitchell will bring it down. Mitchell on the run. Pulls it back a little bit. Waits for Baker to get down. And Baker going full. Pledge gets it underneath. Shot up and good by O'Cone. Nice job of wrapping around to get it to O'Cone's hands. And O'Cone with his second basket. A total right now for O'Cone of 5 points. Hutch back up 66-64. I was worried about Baker was going to get caught traveling maybe. Darren, as fast as he's coming down. Three-pointer, good from outside. Caldwell launches a tray, and he makes it 67-66. Cougars with the lead with 4:41 to go. That'll be the timeout. A 1-minute break coming your way. A full timeout taken by the Cougars. They lead it by 1, 67-66. Darren and I'll be back with more right after this 1-minute timeout.
Welcome to the Hutchinson Medicine Shop. With the emergence of big business, not only in pharmacy, but all industries, the Medicine Shop is proud to be a thriving local business in Hutchinson. We're so thankful to our customers in Hutchinson, Reno County, and Central Kansas for your support. In turn, we're proud to be a major sponsor of the Hutch High Salthawks, as well as other area high schools, the Blue Dragons, Chiefs, Royals, Jayhawks, and Wildcats. You support us, and the Hutchinson Medicine Shop supports local sports.
Getting the most back from your tax return starts with getting the most expertise. H&R Block has more enrolled agents than any other tax preparation company, and we guarantee the accuracy of every return prepared by our tax professionals. We find every credit and deduction to lower your tax bill. Put our expertise to work on your return, and don't just get your taxes done, get your taxes won. In Hutchinson, Lyons, and Ellsworth.
Hutchinson basketball down by 1, 67-66, 4.5 to go. Here's the ball on the outside, Josh Baker. Over to Saquon Singleton. He's back in there, so Saquon's okay. He'll take it on the left side. Holds up, kicks it back outside. Baker, three ball on his way. Good! A three-pointer by Brown, that is. It was Brown on the three. His second of the second half. Tyler Brown with 11 now and gives Hutch the lead by 2 at 69-67. Here on the outside is Harmon. On the outer perimeter, will hand it off to Holden. Holden moves to his left, shifts gears, goes down low, and a travel call. Nice job by Tyler Brown to pick him up off the switch over there and stay right with him.
Knocks down his third three of the game on one end and comes down on the other and doesn't let the offensive player get by him. Forces the 16th turnover on Barton.
Up comes Baker into the forecourt. Looks to the outside. Saquon Singleton or Ursery. Over to Brown. Brown off the ball screen. Goes left side now. Ursery trying to get it down to Queth, who's back in. Nice job by Ursery. Gets it down to Queth, but then turns the ball over. 3.5 to go. It's a 2-point Hutchinson lead. Ball on the outside, Caldwell. You got to watch him from outside the arc. Gilliard's had a heck of a night tonight as well. They'll drive it in and gives it off. Shot not there, but a foul called. And it will send to the line Atkinson Inniking. See who the foul goes up against.
It's going to be the fourth on Josh Ursery.
Yeah, Ursery picks up his fourth.
He's had a pretty good game. I mean, he's kind of picked up where Clarence King has been big the last 4 games. Ursery comes in, he has 12 points, but all 4 of his fouls have been pretty bad fouls on shooters.
Let's see what he does here. Free throws up and missing. Second opportunity. Can pull the Cougars within 1. Deep knee bend. Free throw toss is good. Perfect form on that one. 1-point ball game, 69-68. 3:11 to go. Will we see another overtime? We did at the Sports Arena on January 29th. A lob down to Queth. He's too far under. Momentum carries him over, and they knocked him out of bounds. But the foul, they say they're not a foul. They say it's last touched out of bounds by the Cougars.
Remember, both Ursery and Queth playing with 4 fouls.
Ball comes in. Singleton has it out front. Here goes to Queth, back to Baker. Baker right side to the top. He'll take it inside, kicks it to Singleton underneath, goes up, waits and scores and counted. He's fouled. And Singleton with his first basket of the second half, he only has 8 points. But the N1 now coming from Singleton can give the Blue Dragons a 4-point lead if he hits it.
It's the 4th foul on Votes.
Free throws missing. The rebound's going to be cleared out there, so it's a 3-point ball game. Hudson with the lead with 2:45 to go. Cougars. Hutch denies. Ball comes outside to whip it to the left wing. On the dribble out front. Harmon kicks it back outside. A 3 on its way. No good. A shot put up from outside by Gilliard and a foul called underneath. Hutchinson.
Yeah, they're going to say Singleton.
Yep, Singleton picks up his second.
Pinned Atkinson Inniking on the baseline.
At the line will be Atkinson Inniking. Atkinson Inniking at the line to shoot the 2 free throws. Shots up and good. So now he's hit 2 in a row. Has a chance again to pull within 1 here. 71-69. Hutchinson with 2:31 to go. Inniking. Atkinson Inniking, his free throws up and good. So he's hit 3 in a row. It's a 1-point ball game again. 71-70. Hutch with the lead. Into the forecourt. Topside right. Back outside out of Baker's. Brown touched it. There's Brown to Baker on the outer perimeter. Baker drives in, puts it up, and scores it. Nice job by Baker. Puts it up with that left hand. His first basket of the second half. He has 7. Has given Hudson a 3-point lead with 2:06 to go. Hudson needs to stop. Get a stop and have the basketball with a 3-point lead. Votes. Dribble penetrates. Kicks it back outside. Caldwell jumps over. On his way is up and good. A 3-pointer is good by Devontae Caldwell. And we're tied at 73 all with 1:49 to go. Timeout's going to be taken by the Cougars. 73-73 with 1:49 to go. It'll be Hudson basketball. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout.
Pools Plus has all of your swimming pool, hot tub, and outdoor furniture needs. Bright, beautiful, and functional designs by CR Plastics that are sure to hold up against the Kansas weather. Still looking for a hot tub? The 2020 shipments of American Whirlpool and Vita Spas have arrived. And as always, our pre-owned hot tubs are priced to move. Call the professionals at Pools Plus to schedule your pool opening before our calendar fills up. Shop local, shop Pools Plus, 21 East 1st in downtown Hutchinson.
HCC Sports on Radio is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members. Mega Manufacturing, Barton Chiropractic Center, Papa John's Pizza, A&A Builders, Barclay Plumbing Company, Sutton Kaufman Transmission Service, Lowen Corporation, Old Office Shares, Dr. Eric Severud with Alliance Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Todd and Cindy Miller of Homestead Senior Care, Man Wyatt and Rice Injury Lawyers, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert Epp and the Hutchinson Clinic, and the Green Vision Group of Hutchinson.
Welcome back to Blue Dragon basketball on Hutchinson's Country Station 102.9 as well as KWBW in Hutchinson. Hutch brings it up. 1:47 to go. Tied up at 73-all. Big possession for the Blue Dragons. Down low underneath, they work to Queff. He bangs inside, blocking foul call. They'll go to the line to shoot the free throw. And the foul will be the third on Atkinson Enneking.
You know, obviously the home crowd's not going to like that, but it's the right call. It's just a great move in the paint by Queff, and he had Atkinson Enneking kind of
moving with him,
stumbling over his feet from the get-go on that fake.
Queff's free throws tosses up and good. Nothing but net for Queff. First trip to the line for Jayhawk. His third point of the second half. He has 13 now. He'll shoot another one. Making everybody tuck in their t-shirts. Or t-shirts, their jerseys. Queff gets set. Free throw tosses up and spins out on him. No good. Rebounds cleared out there by the Cougars. It's a 1-point Blue Dragon lead with 1.5 minutes to go. Ball outside. They'll head fake and goes left with it. They'll lob it down low. Low blocks, but field yard kicks it back outside. Dribble penetration. Kicks it to the right side to drive underneath. In traffic, not there. Hudson rebound. Comes out. Bodies go flying everywhere. Here's Ursary. Give and go, but it's stolen away by Votes. Hutchinson tried to get the low block, and Ursary threw it away. A 1-point Dragon lead with a lead of 1, 74-73 with 1 minute to go. They're going to call a timeout. We're going to keep it here. Darren, this one's coming right down to the wire just like the other one did, only at that time and this time in the ballgame, Hutch had about a 5-point lead. Right now, Hutchinson only has a 1-point lead, and the Cougars will have the basketball.
Yeah, really going to come down to possession by possession here. And that game in the sports arena, it came down to the Blue Dragons knowing they were going to get fouled and having to go down and make those free throws, but it was those answer threes from Barton that forced that one into overtime. I think here you're going to see more of that shot clock used. So Barton's going to try to get the best shot possible, and if unable to do so, the Blue Dragons will have an opportunity to take this thing down below 30 seconds and try to get a quality look and maybe force this into a 2-possession ball game.
We will see in just a little bit as the timeout was taken. DJ Mitchell gathering everybody together to talk about what they're going to do, and it's 57.6 seconds to go. Hutch with a 1-point lead, but it'll be Cougar basketball. Now the referee on the far side, and they bring out security to kind of make sure that they're giving them plenty of time and there's no harassment when players are inbounding the ball over there on that far side. Here comes the inbound from the Cougars. They get it in. Take it to the right side, throw it away. Turned over. Bad passes. Kind of just falling down a little bit was Bowles over there as he kind of tripped and wasn't able to get to the basketball.
17 turnovers for Barton.
Hutch will bring it up and call the timeout. We'll get a quick break in. 46.2 to go. Half-minute break coming. Hutchinson leads it by 1 and has the basketball 74-73. Darren and I'll be back in a half minute.
This is Carter Fowle, president of Hutchinson Community College. I invite you to join us this winter as the proud tradition of Blue Dragon men's and women's basketball continues at the historic Hutchinson Sports Arena. Both teams are favorites in the tough Jayhawk Conference, so you won't want to miss any of the action. Find the schedule at BlueDragonSports.com, like us on Facebook, and follow Blue Dragon Sports on Twitter. As always, go Blue Dragons.
Just got a score in from up in Goodland as Seward on top at halftime, 63-30. And Seward comes into the arena coming up on Saturday night. Right here, 74-73. Hutchinson with the lead by 1, and Hutchinson has the basketball. They're in a big possession right here.
Yeah,
they're all big down the stretch here, but this is huge.
I don't think the Dragons are looking for the 3 here. I think they want to get a good look at 2, maybe hope for an and 1 to stretch this to a 2-possession game.
Ball comes into Brown. Outside DJ Mitchell, dribble penetrates. Holds up, backdoor play to underneath the Baker. He scores it. Baker with the basket. Nice play out of the timeout. Hutch with a 3-point lead now with 33 seconds remaining to go in the contest. 76-73 Hutchinson. Are the Cougars going to work it for 1 or try to get the easiest basket? Shot clock about 4 seconds difference in game clock and shot clock. 13 on the shot clock. Driving. The ball goes back to half court and picked up there by Boats. Now he gives it to Caldwell. He can knock down Trey's. Ball sails out of his hands. Will it be a 3-shot play attempt? I think it will be.
That's what they're signaling.
Yep, the foul's going to be goals against Brown. He'll pick up his 3rd. So that will put Caldwell at the line. He has not been there tonight as of yet. He will shoot 3 with a chance to tie with 10.5 to go.
A 61% free throw shooter on the year.
Free throw toss is on its way up and good. He bags the first one.
The last player you would expect to foul on the 3, Tyler Brown. And really, I think Caldwell was pulling it up to start to go for the 3, so that's kind of in the official's judgment whether or not he had started that shooting motion.
Second one barely makes it down and good. We're a 1-point ball game now, and they're going to ice him a little bit, make him think about it. With 10.5 to go, we're going to keep it here. 76-75. Hutchinson with the lead by 1. One more free throw to shoot for Caldwell. He's out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I think what Coach Eck's trying to do is to draw up what we're going to do. Hutchinson has 2 timeouts left. The Cougars only 1. So they're drawing up, okay, if he misses this, what are we going to do?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of things here at play. You're right. If he misses, you know that you're probably going to get fouled. You need to be able to go down on the other end and knock down the free throws. On the other hand, if he makes it, you have time to inbound that thing, get it to half court, and get you a timeout to set up a play with 6 to 7 seconds left in the front court. And not only that, you've got another one at your disposal if you don't like what you see when you come out, and you can kind of use another timeout to get your best play set up.
Kind of ironic that it could come down to another last-second shot. Of course, the last time these 2 teams met was on the 29th at the Sports Arena of January, and it was an overtime ball game won by the Cougars, 102-95. Caldwell to shoot 1 more. Trying to tie it up here. Here comes the free throw. It's up and good. He hits all 3. That's a huge trip to the line. 15 points for him. 9 seconds. 8 seconds. Baker bring it across. Goes off the ball screen. Holds up. Loses the ball. It's down on the floor. Picks up. Shoots it high. And it rims off. No good. And we go to overtime. What could you expect any different from these 2 teams this year? We go to OT. 76-76 tie. We'll be back right after this 1-minute timeout.
Just as the Hutchinson Blue Dragons athletics are a tradition, so is the Anchor Inn in downtown Hutchinson. Whether you plan lunch or dinner or even take out for home, the Anchor Inn is a great family restaurant that you are sure to enjoy. Order off their great menu or take advantage of the Anchor Inn's awesome buffet. You'll make a great choice either way. The Anchor Inn is also a great spot to meet up with old friends and acquaintances because everyone goes to the Anchor. That's the Anchor Inn at 128 South Main in Hutchinson, proud supporters of Hutchinson Blue Dragon Athletics.
Like a good deal? Need a new phone? Listen up. Trade in your old device at Next Tech Wireless and get half off any smartphone. Then take your shiny new phone shopping with your $100 Visa gift card. That's any smartphone, plus cash to spend. Oh yeah, need more lines? No problem. Get a new smartphone at half price for everyone in the family, plus up to $300 in Visa gift cards. Visit Next Tech Wireless today. Your new phone and cash are waiting. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
Oh, once again, I always say this when we're getting ready for overtimes is be sure you got the dog in and throw another log on the fire and kiss Mama goodnight, because this one's going to go an extra 5 minutes, and it could go beyond that. As we will jump center, keep in mind, Ursery along with Jayhawk West playing with 4 fouls apiece, as are a couple Cougars. And we're about set to get underway and jump center. Good job done by Caldwell to come in and knock down 3 free throws, and Cougars win the opening tip of this overtime period. Up comes, they throw the ball away. Coming up with it will be the Blue Dragons as Queth runs it down. He'll take it all the way down under and has it knocked away from him. It will be Hutchinson basketball. This is the 4th overtime this year of the Hudson games. And, of course, keep in mind we've had a bunch of one-pointers, such as the loss at Cali and a couple other ones.
Yeah, the Dragons 0-3 in overtime this year.
Then that means they're due. Here it comes, and is that an offensive foul called?
Yeah, it's an illegal screen on Ursery. It'll be his 5th.
That'll be Ursery's 5th. He fouls out of the contest.
Had such a great game offensively, but I think when they go back and look at his 5 fouls, they're going to say that it's 5 really poor choices for fouls.
Finishes the night with 12 points. And also had some turnover problems as well in there. With the basketball will be the Cougars. Ursery had 4 turnovers. Shot missing, ball knocked away. It'll be off of Hutchinson out of bounds. Hutch had perfect position. DJ Mitchell couldn't hang on to the ball. Steve Eck cheering on his team. Ball comes in. Shot up and missing, but contact made. Gilliard goes down.
Oh, no.
Is it going to be on Queth?
I think so.
And he will foul out. Queth will foul out as well, and that's huge. He fouls out the 4:31 mark. So only 14 seconds difference, and Queth will finish with 13 points tonight.
Yeah, so 25 points in the first 29 seconds, just walked off the court due to foul outs for the Blue Dragons.
At the line will be Gilliard. Here comes O'Cone into the lineup. Jaden O'Cone's been solid tonight. 5 points off the bench, all in the second half. So it's Baker, along with O'Cone, Saquon Singleton, and Brown, and Mitchell, the 5 on the floor for Hudson. Free throws up and good by Gilliard to make it 77-76. Cougars by 1. Barton's looking to sweep the Blue Dragons this year. Free throws up and good. He got them both. And in this overtime period, they're off to a good start with 4.5 to go and leading it by 2. Baker into the forecourt. Directs traffic. DJ Mitchell on the right side. Baker takes it down low, puts it up, and scores it in the end one. Baker took it on his own, took it right down the right side. He has 11 plus the one coming. Foul's going to be charged on Atkinson Inniking. That'll be his 4th. Free throw toss by Baker's good. So Baker completes the 3-point play, and Hutch is back on top again, 79-78, 4:15 to go. Ball on the outside left, Boats gets the entry pass down the low blocks. The 3-pointer for the corner left is good. Boats knocks it down. His only basket of the second half, 81-79, a 2-point lead for the Cougars with just under 4 to go. Stolen away by the Cougars. Here comes Holden. They'll drive it in. They'll reverse it and scores it. 83-79, a 4-point lead. Here's a Baker three to pull within one. It won't go. Tip try by O'Cone. He gets it, puts it up, and scores it. O'Cone with the basket pulls the Dragons within two at 83-81. 3:30 to go. There's a steal by Singleton in the overtime period. Hudson with the basketball, down by a possession. And whistle called. What are we going to call?
Yeah, reset that shot clock.
Yep,
it sure gotten all the way down to 16, and it never gotten reset.
Yep, they put it at 25 now. So Hudson had the basketball. Well, that breaks momentum a little bit, and they'll get it into Baker. Baker's done a great job of taking the ball to the rack in this second half of play, and they're doing that off of a bad wheel as well. Ball down low to Saquon Singleton. Back outside to Brown. Top of the key to Mitchell. Mitchell off the ball screen. Loses the ball, comes up with it, trying to get to it, and jump ball's called. It'll be Hudson possession. Boy, I'd like to hung on to that possession here if they could have. It'll be Hudson basketball, however, with 3:02 to go.
Yeah, and DJ's upset. He felt like he got slapped in the face when he went down to the ground.
3:02. There's a three-pointer by DJ Mitchell is good. Hutchinson back up by one, 84-83. That was a deep three. Go the other way. They'll wrap it around. The putback up and good. Atkinson Henniking with the putback basket gives the Cougars a lead at 85-84 with 2:48 to go in the overtime. A timeout on the floor. Is it a partial or a full? It's going to be a 30. We'll be back in a half minute on the Blue Dragon Sports Network.
Needing repairs, parts, belts, or bags for your vacuum? How about free pickup and delivery? Hi, this is Donna Pitzer, the Bag Lady. I work on all vacuums, including Oric, Kirby, Simplicity, Hoover, and all Panasonics. I can get bags and parts for almost any vacuum. Plus, I'll save you up to 40% on your bag purchases. Again, I deliver at no charge for all services. Ask about our vacuum scents for your bags from mulberry, orange, spice, or cinnamon. For vacuum parts, bags, or service, call me, Donna Pitzer, the Bag Lady, at 663-4322.
Well, I think that Brandon Garcia, I'm not sure if he's been on all of these overtime games back on the board, but I know he's probably been on a couple. Darren, you've been with me on two of them, and here's the third right now. The other one was home when the Cougars came in on the 29th, and Nacarado did that game with me. Here's a drive by Baker. Out to Mitchell. Another three on its way. It is off no good, and Cougars cover up underneath. Barton with a 1-point lead with 2:27 to go, and they'll bring the ball up 85-84. Both these teams really going at it in the second half. Hutch had a 12-point lead at one time in the first. Barton just had maybe a 5-point lead. Has been their most. They lead it right now. Spin move. They'll drop it down. Foul called. Offensive foul is going to go against number 2, Holden, and he's in that restricted area. Although right outside of it is where the momentum started with the spin. And gives the foul to him. That'll be his second.
20 turnovers now for Barton.
85-84 Cougars. Here's Baker. Weaves his way in. Bounce pass to the corner. He'll dish it back to Baker. He'll score it. Nice job by Josh Baker. He's having a heck of a second half of play. He had 5 points in the first half. He has 14 points now. And Hutch is up by one. 86-85 with a minute and 43 to go. Cougar basketball. Caldwell. Gives it inside, layup good. Atkinson Henniking has really hurt the Blue Dragons. He has 20 points tonight. Back on top of the Cougars, wide open. O'Cone, he'll jam it home. And a timeout's going to be taken. O'Cone found himself all alone. He has 9 points, and Hutch takes the lead 88-87. And another timeout on the floor with a minute and 26 to go. We're going to keep it here. Wow, wow, wow. What a ball game this has been. When we look at those ties, and scores been tied 10 times, lead changes of 14. And Hutchinson had a halftime lead of 40-38. This has been crazy. We're in overtime if you just joined us. Lady Blue Dragons winners tonight, so that'll set up a big showdown with Seward as they come to town on Saturday. Darren, your thoughts on this ball game?
Well, the Dragons obviously playing better in this overtime than the last overtime against Barton. Outscored in that overtime in the arena 12-5. Right now, outscoring the Cougars 12-11 in the extra session.
Timeout on the floor, so they talk things over. Now they break huddle. DJ Mitchell will be out there along with Baker, Singleton, Brown, and O'Cone.
I want to go back to that DJ 3 he had a few possessions ago. Remember, he got up off the floor after feeling like he got slapped in the face. A lot of players play a little bit better when they're angry. So he's like, all right, you want to slap me in the face? I'm going to knock a 3 down in your face. See how you like that.
Barton comes in after the loss to Seward. Hudson comes in after the loss to Colby. Minute and 20 to go here. Ball outside. Shot knocked away. Loose basketball. Baker runs it down as Gilliard lost the basketball. Hutch has the lead and the ball with 1:07 to go. Baker to the right side. It takes it down. Euro step. Baskets around and around and around. And down it goes. Big basket for Baker as he took it in. That ball went around the cylinder 3 times before it finally fell down to the hole. And he'll go to the line to shoot the free throw as the foul was called, I believe, on Gilliard. It'll be his 3rd. How many times can a ball go around the cylinder? I thought it was for sure it was going to spin out, but it didn't. Hutch up by 3 and make that 4 with the free throw up and good. And they call the foul on O'Cone. And will we go down and shoot free throws? O'Cone, the free throw was good. So Baker made the free throw in the N1 to give Hutchinson a 4-point lead, 91-87. But that's a huge foul down on O'Cone, being his 2nd. I didn't see what he did, Darren. I was looking down to put the score down.
Yeah, it's a little reminiscent of what happened out at Colby when he fouled so far away from the other basket.
At the line will be Gilliard. Evidently, he used an advantage, they think, and free throws up and good by Gilliard. That's a big free throw right there with time stopped with 1:02 to go. Hutchinson had led by 4. Now it is a 3-point ball game. And Gilliard will shoot another one. The official did not hesitate. He called it quickly, and it was on O'Cone. And then he talked to O'Cone about what he did. Free throw, both of them good. It's 4 straight free throws made by Gilliard, and it's a 2-point ball game with 1 minute to go. 91-89, Hutchinson. Baker in half court. He's had a huge second half. Josh Baker shifts gears, takes it in. It's rejected out of bounds. And with 17 seconds to go, it'll be Hudson basketball, left side baseline. 49.2 to go. Brown will inbound. Hutchinson has 2 timeouts remaining. Comes into Baker. Baker has been in the second half. He'll drive to the middle, pulls back, off the ball screen, squares, shoots, off its mark, no good. Battle for the board. DJ Mitchell battling in there. Cougars come out with it. Here's all the way down they go. They'll drive it to the basket and score in the end one as Bowles took it in. Bowles took it in solid, got the basket to tie it up, and has a chance at the line to give them the lead. We're 91-91 right now with 33.6 seconds to go. The foul called on Tyler Brown will be his 4th. Boats checks back in, out checks Harmon. At the line will be Bowles to shoot 1. Well, this place gets quiet when Cougars are shooting. Free throw toss up and comes out no good. Hutch tied it to 91 apiece with the basketball. Inside of 30 seconds. Game clock and shot clock about a 1.5 difference. Here's Baker on the outside. Baker still on the drive. Holden has it.
Holden down to 10 and take a timeout.
Now it's down to 12. Baker accelerates, takes it inside to drive to the basket. Shot up and good. What do we have called?
Got him on a bump before he went up.
So now with 8.8 seconds to go, they're going to talk things over about how much time is left. It'll be, nope, they won't. 8.8 to go. Baker at the line to shoot free throws. Free throw toss up and rims out no good. And a timeout's taken by the Cougars now to ice the shooter. We will remain here with 8.8 to go. Darren, 91-91 all. Josh Baker has really put the Blue Dragons on his shoulder and taken it all the way down. And right now, he'll have a chance to shoot 1 to give them the lead. There's plenty of time left with 8.8 to go for either team to do something here.
Yeah, the Blue Dragons have really let that offense flow through Josh Baker and his decision-making. at the free throw line has been so good this year, but it's been in these pressure situations where he's had some of his biggest misses. That's just his 13 misses from the free throw line on the season.
Yeah, that just one barely rimmed out on him. 11 times the score's been tied, 16 lead changes. Again, the largest by Hutchinson, had a 12-point lead in the first half of play. Saw it get away from him. Went in to halftime with a 2-point lead. We've been back and forth like crazy in the second half, and now we're in the OT, in the overtime period. Let's see if Baker can break this tie and make the Cougars have to have something drawn up with 8.8 to go. Cougars do not have any timeouts left. Hutchinson has 2 timeouts left. They're going to get loud. See if Josh can step up and get it done. How does it feel like to have everybody yelling at you? Here comes the free throw. It's on its way. It's up. It's good. Hutchinson leads at 92-91. Hutchinson back in defense now. Here come the Cougars. They'll bring it up. They'll handle it. There's a drive inside. Ball blocked away. Offensive foul called. Offensive foul called. It's going to go against the Cougars. Hutchinson will have the basketball with 3 seconds to go, leading at 92-91. Oh, my gosh. Oh, baby, what a call by the referee, as going in all 90 mile an hour was Caldwell, and gets called for the charge, I believe.
And even if he doesn't come away with the charge, it's a great defensive play. Saquon Singleton comes away with the block. So either way, Saquon Singleton in great defensive position to give this ball back to Hutchinson. 22 turnovers on Barton.
And a foul was called on Caldwell. That'll be his 3rd. And Hutchinson, and what have we got called here?
We got a
technical foul was called. So that happened, I guess against the bench, or was it a player? It had to be against the bench, because I didn't see another player number. Here's Brown. He'll shoot the free throw and hits it. Tyler Brown with a free throw here in the overtime. Hutch leads at 93-91. We'll get another opportunity. Hits that one there, and Hutchinson should have the basketball as well. And there'll be a full timeout taken. We'll get a break in. We're going to take a 30. 3 seconds to go, 94-91. Hutchinson with the lead. We'll be back right after this 30-second timeout.
Hi, Brian Bobo, General Manager at Midwest Superstores. With the inclement weather and everyday life, if you're ever in need of a body shop, we have a great one. Also, we work on all makes and models of cars, and with most insurance companies. Our hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30. We do all repairs from the small dents and scratches to roof replacements and more. So come out and see us, or send a tow truck to 1100 East 30th, north side of the building. Call at 620-662-6631. Visit us online at MidwestSuperstore.com.
Darren, the technical foul was called on Coach Fletcher or on the bench, and that gave the opportunity for 2 free throws from Brown with 3 seconds to go, and Hutchinson has the basketball as well with 1 timeout left.
Yeah, it really changes the ending of this game. I mean, even with the charge, it's hard to come back, but you really dig yourself a hole when you tack a technical on top of it.
So Blue Dragons will inbound. Baker to trigger the inbounds pass. Here it comes into DJ Mitchell. He has it, and he's immediately fouled. Foul's going to be on Caldwell. He was the closest one to him. That'll be his 4th. 2 seconds to go. 1 second went off the clock. There's a 1-possession game. If you make one of these, it's over. DJ Mitchell at the line to shoot the free throw, and fans are headed to the exits here. Free throw by DJ is good. 95-91. So Hutchinson has came in here into hostile territory. And Mitchell with 18 points, he can make it 19. He and Josh Baker have had a heck of a game, and he does. Free throws up and good. 96-91, that's going to do it. Half-court shot is off its mark, no good. And the Blue Dragons have came in and avenged an overtime loss on the 29th of January by getting one of their own by 5 points, 96-91. That pretty well assures Hutchinson a home court for the first round of the playoffs. We'll have to see what other teams are doing. Like we said, we knew Seward was winning big. They come to the Sports Arena coming up on Saturday night. We want to need a big crowd out there on Saturday night because it's going to be a huge women's game between John Onges' women and the Seward women, and also it's going to be a big men's game. Come on out on Saturday night. Your final from the House on the Hill, Hutchinson 96, Cougars 91. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, come back and add up the numbers on the Medicine Shop postgame capsule.
Basketballs are bouncing and crowds are cheering. Your best